Trollord Games. Join the fray.
None of that. And we are live.
What?
What up, everybody?
Oh my god.
What is going down?
God.
Oh my god.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
There we go. All right, good deal.
No questions shall be asked. You will only come and watch death. Anyway.
And answers.
no,
Death is
no.
the answer.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so I've got the open, but I'm not going to pay much attention to chat. Chuck, why don't you let everybody know what we're doing today?
All right, so we are going to do an actual play, and we may start doing this on Thursdays for a little while with whoever can show up from staff. Steve's going to run us through some really cool stuff. For you guys that are watching, we've done something new. We have a thing in the panel below. I don't know if I can't remember now what I put for the command.
Got a cool
That's
app.
not it. That's great. I don't know what the command is.
God, you love
I'll have
it.
to look it up.
Chuck, I'm putting you on a 25-second timer, and then we're starting.
Well, you want me to explain or not, punk?
No, I just
Look
want
at the
you to
dono option.
tell
All right.
folks what we're doing. They'll figure it out.
So up above, up pinned on in the chat is everybody's characters and their levels and all that good stuff. All right, so if you have questions, look at that. While we're playing the game, if you want to use channel points or biddies or subs to affect our rolls or Steve's rolls, just basically do what it says in the panel below in the directions. It'll tell you what to do. You just have to spend so much. I think it's 500 biddies or a sub to get a re-roll. And channel points, I think it's 20,000, and that gets a +1 to any roll. And just put the person's name in there if you're going to buy, like me or Grace or Steve or whoever, and I'll keep track of it. All right. That's
You've got
Sparky.
mine
One
and
dice
Peter's
roll.
characters backward.
Yeah, well, I'll fix it. It'll be okay.
All right, so let's dive into this. Okay, so it is late summer. It's somewhere late in the August. It's been a grueling hot summer. The four of you, and there's a couple of other friends that you've been with kind of mingling about in this small town of Elm, trying to figure out what to do. Really what you've been trying to do is work up your courage to enter into the Darkened Fold, which you know is filled with all manner of just lost dungeons and treasures and all. Well, that's what the rumor has. And many people go to the Darkened Fold to do that, to look into, to try to find some stuff. So you guys drifted from wherever you drifted. We'll worry about that later. Down to this small town of Elm. It perches upon the eastern bank of the Denau River. There's the Elm River Bridge that goes over it that takes you into the Darkened Fold proper. Elm is a free town. It doesn't really have walls. There's a center part of the town called, I think it's the Riddick District. And it's sort of walled, but mostly it sprawls along the avenues of two major roads, the Post Road that goes east and west, and the Lund Road that goes now north and south. To the north is the Kingdom of Kaomar. And Kaomar is run by the Paladin King. It is a powerful entity. Why it hasn't conquered Elm is no one really understands, but it allows Elm to sit here on the edge of the Darkened Fold. And Elm becomes this kind of collecting point for people like yourselves. You're out of work, you've got no money, you just want fame, treasure, whatever it is, whatever motivates your characters. Frequently they go to Elm or a town called Petersburg on the other side of the Darkened Fold, and then they plunge into the forest looking for lost treasures. Very few come out, most go in, most don't come out. And their wealth that they carry into the Darkened Fold becomes part of the Darkened Fold's allure to people like yourselves. So the four of you find yourselves sitting in the Whale's Maw. The Whale's Maw is this kind of rundown tavern. There's two main taverns in Elm. One's the Gentleman's, I think it's the Gentleman's Steed or something, and then the other one's the Whale's Maw. The Gentleman's is kind of in the Merchant District. The Whale's Maw is where people like yourselves can gather and drink really cheap beer, live cheap, until you figure out whatever it is that you're doing. It's a pretty rough tavern. This part of the town is pretty rough, but Elm has no real government. There's a council that's kind of sort of come together to sort of govern the town, but there's no taxes or any of that mess that fuels anything here. However, so you guys find yourself sitting in this tavern. Recently, rumor has come down that the Paladins have sent troops or are sending troops down to impress people into their army. Frequently, you're on the border of the South March. On the northern part of Kaomar is the North March. It's next to the Tar Kiln, which is filled with all manner of wild beasts. And almost every winter, the paladins go on campaign, but they always need rangers and druids and wizards. They don't want to use their own citizens, so they move about the locales in the region of Kaamar and impress people to join them to go to war, and few come back from that. So, and no one comes back wealthy from that. So it's not something that would be appealing to any of you all, unless you're just wanting to go go to war with some hobgoblins. So anyway, so you find yourselves, the four of you, sitting at the table. You've had a few other companions that have kind of, you're not sure where they are. They've moved in and out. The tavern is mostly empty. It's midday, probably about 2 p.m. 3 or 4 other patrons in here. Everything's kind of run down, quiet. The dinner rush should begin in a few hours, but even yesterday, with the rumors of the paladins coming south, people began scattering and going in whatever direction they wanted to go. So I want to real quick, Jeremy, we're going to start with you. Give a character name and a quick description of your character.
My name is Jonic of Larn, or Jonic Larn. Human, kind of big, kind of burly, but not really heavily muscled, long, rangy limbs. It's kind of late, like lounging, leaning back in the chair like a big cat almost, just kind of stretching lazily, like almost like utterly disinterested in whatever's going on, just enjoying the fact that he can spend the precious few coins he has to any degree.
All right, Peter.
What you see is a little halfling dude who's got the sort of general vibe of an Artful Dodger. He's red-haired, green-eyed, really freckled, and young-looking as halflings are, but probably a lot older than he looks. But everything he's wearing is something he looks like he's made himself. So leather, gear, the sticks, the walking staff he's got is all carved up. That kind of thing.
I think that picture has appeared in some of our earlier books. I think I've seen that character before. Grace, what do you look like?
Yeah, Ren the monk has a shaved head. She's lithe and wearing lots of like flowy kind of clothing. She's human, big bright green eyes, and most notably, she has like a belt that has like lots of clinking bottles attached to it. Some of them empty, most of them empty. Some of them are full of stuff. But yeah.
All right, Chuck.
You'll see a fellow who is wearing a greenish, brownish looking camouflage. It's not really complete camo, but he would blend in well in the woods, right? He seems to be fairly tall, 6'2", and of a slim build. He keeps his face shadowed with a hooded cloak, but you guys know him as Larian. He is an elven ranger that ranges often in this area of the forest. Is often seen in the tavern.
Oh, and I'm wearing studded leather.
Okay. All right. So you guys are sitting there. You've polished off your lunch long ago. Have beer or whatever, water, whatever it is that you enjoy drinking. When the
It's a bit watery, this swale.
The door opens up. Man comes walking in. Look, John, he's a little disheveled, and he just says, kind of loud. He's got a longsword strapped to his side. Leather pants, a leather shirt on, and he says, everyone, they've sent riders to the south and north. You better clear out. And then he turns around and just bugs out. The innkeeper looks up from his bar, just kind of stares. The bar's mostly empty. A couple of the other guys get up and start heading out. What do you four do? Do you say anything? You got to talk to each other, whatever you got.
I don't know what that means.
Means it's probably time to head out through the kitchen.
Okay.
The bar, when you say that, Jeremy, and then Peter responds, I need names too, so I'm quick calling you guys that.
Endwise, yeah.
And the tavern keeper, the barkeeper up there says, it means the paladins have come down, but they came down a few days before and they sent outriders to the south of town. So any of you trying to run down the southern bank, they're going to try to round you up. If you're going to go into Darkenfold now. They won't follow you there. You better go right now if you're going to go south and try to get away from these guys.
How many exits?
He goes, well, it depends how many riders they got.
Well, I mean, how many exits in this building?
Oh, you just see the one door here and a couple of windows. Obviously, there's a door that leads to the kitchens behind. It's open. You can hear someone around in there clanking. A little bit of smell of them beginning to cook something, probably for the evening's meal. Not turnips. I don't know what they're cooking back there. I have no idea what they're cooking back there. You'd have to go look.
Freshly made pork.
Within a minute, you guys are the only 4 left sitting in this town.
I stretch kind of lazily. I get up.
We could stick around, see what all the fuss is about.
I was planning on going to KMR. Sounds like might be interesting, but maybe not if they're in the business of rounding people up and scripting them or whatever the hell they do.
The tavern says, well, if you're looking for a job, they'll hire you.
I'm not looking for any honest work, good sir.
Oh, yeah, well. It's not the way you want to go at the moment.
No. Is the tavern keeper leaving, or is he just like standing around?
No. So, well, you guys are kind of strangers. You really don't know what. I mean, you can ask him what the whole skinny is, and he'll explain it. But he doesn't seem concerned. His bar staff, whoever's cooking, they don't seem concerned. It's just really the people that left are kind of like yourselves. They've got adventuring equipment, backpacks, whatever, and they're just clearing out for whatever reason. Honest work is overrated.
Honest work is overrated.
Time for some herb hunting quests out in the woods, I guess.
I have no interest in going in that fucking forest. So I'm going to give him 5 gold coins. I'm going to give them to him.
Okay.
I'm going to take up a mop or a broom or whatever. I'm going to say, if anyone asks, we work here.
He goes, all right, that's good enough. 2 things about that. 1, I got to have all your equipment, every bit of it. Everything that looks like you've been on the road or going on the road, you got to give me to right now. And I got a trunk downstairs. I can bolt it up in the trunk. But the second thing is those paladins are going to come in and they're going to start impressing people. And some of them, I don't know how they do it, but through whatever mystery of the gods of KMR, they can tell if you're lying or not. And they're going to rope you up and they're going to put you on a horse, or more likely in a wagon, and they're going to take you into KMR, press you into their army, and go into they're going to wait. It'll be a couple of months, probably 6 weeks before you actually cross into the tar kiln. But there's all kinds of beasts up there. I don't know. I've never been out of Elm, so I don't know what lives up there, but the rumors are bad. So there's a good chance that you're going to give me your gear. They're going to impress you anyways, and I'm not going to give it back. I'm just going to sell it when the market's open back up.
Any of you 3 ever been to KMR?
I don't remember nothing. I woke up 2 weeks ago with a big lump on my head.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, right. I'm just telling you, if you don't want to be impressed in this army, you better skedaddle south. Okay. Or go hide in the brush.
So there's no other. So we're leaving. Okay, then we leave. There's no other option. We leave.
Well, you can try to hide in town, but
you told me that we can't.
They're gonna
charm me into spilling my guts, and then they're gonna tie me and drag me.
I basically look like a little kid, so I can go pretend to be homeless.
You might be able to do that.
Right, fine. We go to the Dark Patrol. We leave immediately. We go to the Dark Patrol. There's nothing but invisible walls everywhere around me. But the Dark
Yes,
Patrol.
there's invisible walls. All right. Well, good luck to you. If you find anything, bring it back. We'll get you a good price for it. I think you are about 400 miles from Innsmeat. Stay on the road. Go to Innsmeat. You're about 300 miles from Greenbrier. About 400 from Innsmeat. Get yourself there. You'll be safe for the winter. Stay on the road.
All right.
All right. So what do y'all do?
Onward.
Yeah, whatever. This is the quickest way to get there.
Okay. All right. So you just head down to the tavern. Chuck, are you done setting the stream up? I need you to jump in the game.
Yeah, I'm in the game. I'm listening. I'm here.
He's a withdrawn character.
Real quick though. I just if anybody uses any biddies, channel points, or subs for us or for Steve, make sure you put the player's name or the character's name in the chat with it. And I'm writing it down over here. Jeremy, you've already got a bonus already coming to you, but I'll remind you during battle or when you continue, storyteller.
Okay, so you guys, are you going to do anything before you leave town? You going to buy any extra equipment? Look for anything? Or you just heading out of Dodge and
Is there like a general?
I just hooked my head
Is-
haversack over my staff.
Elm sprawls along these two roads, right? And it actually, throughout the summer months, it's a bustling community because people who do survive the Darkenfold bring their crap to Elm and sell it to the merchants, and then the merchants do whatever they do with it. So there's a lot of stuff coming and going from this little small town, and you can buy almost anything, especially like extra rope or food or water or whatever. Yeah, there's. So you can easily stop at any store on the way out if you need to.
I don't know that I need to,
No,
but
we
if
don't need
anyone's
to.
like abandoning their shit, I might
Nope.
just steal some stuff.
You
Like
don't
almost
see
compulsively,
anything-
I'm just like pocketing things.
you don't see anything readily just thrown about. Most of the citizens are fairly safe. Some are going to get impressed, no doubt. The paladins are not going to be gentle in their war on evil, right? They're not. They're going to bring you in on it whether you want to or not. So there will be a few, but most of the Elm citizens will not. It's really the riffraff like yourselves who get scooped up and, encouraged to fight evil on a different place than the Darkenfold. All right, so you guys, you gather your gear, your backpacks and whatnot, and head out. You wander down or you head quickly down the main street of Elm. Outside the Wells Mall, the town is not paved in this section. It's all dirt roads here, houses built up to the edges, stacked on top of each other in some willy-nilly fashion. There's no rhyme or reason to the way people build here. There's no building permits. They don't have to get any permits from any city council.
Well, then they're not digging they're not digging 48 inches for their piers.
That's right. Yeah.
Not safe. These buildings are not going to last.
There's probably more brick here than you might see in other communities.
Sure. Wainscoting
30%
everywhere.
brick for sure.
That's right.
Clean streets.
The road, because it's been dry for the past 6 weeks or so, the roads are pretty, compact, dry, and whatnot as you head out. And it's largely empty. You've enjoyed Elm through the summer, relatively full, but with the advent of these contingent of paladins coming down, people have just scattered. There's a whole slew of communities to the south, all free towns. Most people headed in that direction. They clearly knew what was going on. You four did not. But as you head out of town, there's no gate or anything. But when you get to the Danau River, the Elm sits upon the banks of the Danau River. It's way down. It hasn't rained in a while, so the river's down its banks. There's a bridge that goes, a huge stone bridge that was built during the age of Unklar, during the Winter Dark. As you cross over, this bridge has some ramshackle houses built on either side of it. A lot of people live there on the bridge, just kind of on the outside. When you get to the edge of the bridge, on the western side of the bridge, there's a gate.
Sound.
Oh,
You've
you cut out.
gone mute.
Yeah.
I cannot hear you. No, it's like it completely cut out.
Row at all. No.
No, it's out completely.
I think your old microphone might have actually been better, whatever you were using before.
I don't think he
Has Steve's
he didn't switch
sound
anything.
been like
Yeah, that's got to do
didn't-
with Davis's computer. There's an
Let's
issue
see.
Oh.
that we
Damage
can't
the
fix yet until anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
he's
So
using
we
it,
crossed 400 miles of wilderness,
and we win.
and
We win Castles and Crusades. you guys.
Champions. Oh, that's tearing him up. He said, Dave says he was saying that the river rose up and swallowed the group. While we're waiting, guys,
encounter
I have pinned everybody's characters' names and classes at the top of the chat, just so there's no confusion, because I know it was wrong earlier and I fixed it. Just letting you know.
we encounter a toad-headed man who grants us all 3 wishes.
There you go. He should be back in a minute, hopefully.
Says
Sweet.
you must kiss the rings on my fingers, and I will grant your wishes.
Saw that movie. It's called Your Highness.
Yes,
I have no fucking idea. I didn't touch anything, so I don't know.
there's a pall of negative energy over that house.
That's right.
Negative technical energy.
It's Davis. That's all you can say about it.
Yeah, it's the rage of technology. Okay, so you guys as you head out of town, you hit the bridge. There's all these ramshackle houses on the bridge. On the west side of the bridge, you can see there's a small gatehouse, a barbican built here long, long ago during the Winter Dark. The orcs just to give you a quick background of the Darkenfold itself, when Unklar conquered the world 1,000 years ago, and Unklar, for those who don't know, was a dark god. He came to the world of Erd, conquered the world, and he conquered most of everything. A few areas he could not. The Darkenfold was one of those. And Darkenfold is a living forest. It's kind of all of the trees are just a little bit sentient, not like tree ants or anything like that. But it was the stomping grounds of one of the greater gods, Tefnut, and her essence kind of permeates everything. But the Darkenfold itself is something of an evil wood. That sentience is evil. It doesn't like anything, not elves, not dwarves, not deer, not pretty birds, nothing. The forest is just this kind of pall of disgruntled rage that's settled into the earth. Unklar attempted to conquer it, and they built a road, which is called the Post Road, through most of it, but eventually abandoned it because it was the forest could not yield, and too many of his minions were being killed or lost or swallowed up by the forest. The road itself is about 12 feet wide, maybe 16 in places. It's cobbled. It's about 2 feet up off of the forest floor. Though you guys know just through rumors, the deeper in the forest you get, it's been 60 years since Unklar's reign. The road has suffered weathering, locals tearing stuff up, whatever. So the road is not in fantastic shape. The Barbican that you're crossing through is normally closed. It's open now. The people of Elm, not very friendly to the Paladins, are clearly giving anyone a green light to go, go do what you got to do to get away from these knuckleheads from the north. And as you pass through that, you can see a couple of guys in front of you. One of them is the guy who warned you back in the tavern, and they're moving fast down the post road, heading west, and they vanish into the eaves of the wood. The wood here is in Perth Timberland. It doesn't look particularly foreboding. It's young growth, mostly some young oaks and sycamore trees. Sycamore's got kind of the white, silvery bark up and down. It kind of reflects a little bit. So you get, it just looks a little bit open. It suddenly doesn't look as horrific as all of the rumors and everything that you've heard before. All right, so as you pass through this Barbican, are you doing anything to get on the road? Clearly, you could walk 4 abreast if you want. Are you going single file? Is anyone going to take leadership, or what are we doing?
Regardless of what those 3 do, I will be in the back.
Okay.
Ren is walking next to somebody, talking to them, if not bothering them. Just kind of blabbering and yapping and like playing I Spy and all sorts of shit. Oh yeah.
Because I'm just kind of like casually strolling, like I have every earthly reason to be here on the planet.
I'm kind of off to the one side where the woods are, with the capability of vanishing into them if I need to.
Okay, that's either side's gonna be left or right.
This whatever side of the heavy
Okay.
wood to vanish into.
All right, on we'll say the right, and I had another question. Real quick, Jeremy, what's your character's name?
Jonic.
Jonic. Chuck.
Larian.
I will attempt to call you by your character names at this point. Peter.
It'll very quickly become
Endwise,
Ranger.
ENDWISE.
All right. And trouble has arrived.
Oh my
All
God.
right. So really, it's going to be Jonic and Ren are kind of in the front, strolling down and into the forest, and Ren is talking a continual stream of just babble. And I'm assuming
I
there's
spy
nothing.
something green.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just kind of like nodding.
There's a little bit
I'm
as
not
she
very good at that.
walks. There's this little bit of a tinkling sound as her bottles kind of bump into each other and whatnot. So she's making a little bit of noise as you go down.
You're gonna have
and
to
then-
lose those before too long.
And then
Lose those. These could save your life.
You never know. You never know.
Recycling glass.
Endwise, you're to the right a little bit. We'll say you're staying on the road or in the wood line.
Heading just close enough to the wood line, I can vanish into it if I need to.
But are you going to be on the road? Because the wood line's going to go in and out continually.
Yeah, I'm just following along with the road in the wood
Okay.
just in case I need to duck in there.
Okay, so you're just on the edge of the road. And how far back, Chuck, are you going to be?
I'll stay probably about 20 foot back from them.
Okay.
I'm kind of playing.
What
I'm
kind
kind
of
of
pace?
Steven. I'm kind of playing Overwatch. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, 20 feet's not a huge distance. I mean, you can close that, relatively fast and less than around, really. So you're not like 100 feet or anything like that. Keep it, whatever. All right, so you guys move on. Are you setting any kind of pace?
Brisk jog, 90 feet
okay.
around.
Grace's conversation makes it seems more of a stroll, but you're going to push that.
If
Larry?
people are sprinting, I guess I'll sprint.
Wow. Those two guys in front of you are moving fast.
Yeah.
Grace, now we can't hear you.
Sorry, I think my internet cut out for a second. It was being
Yeah.
weird yesterday. Am I back?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
back.
Well,
Okay,
I'll just
sorry.
say to the group, I'm like, we should probably pick this up a little bit and then kind of go into a.
So you start moving pretty quick. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to run. It's about 2 p.m. You're not going to be able to run for 4 hours. You guys are in pretty good shape, but that's a pretty stout, that's a pretty stout jog for a while.
Speak for yourselves.
Yeah, I guess actually the monk probably could. You quickly realize you pass into the forest. You pass beneath Perth timberland. It doesn't seem foreboding at all. I mean, the road here is in pretty good shape. Trees are spread out all over the place. There's not much bramble here and there. Obviously, people in Elm come into this portion of the wood to gather, wood for their fires and whatnot. So it's a little bit cleared out, which has allowed tiny little meadows with wildflowers to grow here and there. You can see butterflies and a few birds are singing and whatnot. It seems like a pretty,
Right.
easy go.
So here's my thinking. Those old sticks in the mud coming out of the north, we were told they don't come in here. Spooked to something, funny superstitious lot. All we got to do, set up camp in here, wait till they come and go, and we can go right back to town.
Work smarter, not harder. I like it. What do you two think?
Chuck, I have warned you. I'm gonna
Sorry.
put a red card up.
It's important. Trust me. So it's not. I'm actually doing some stuff for my character that I can get to do because I was setting up. So. No.
I don't believe a word of that, but go ahead.
When you
do
said
think,
if
Peter?
it's not on your character sheet, you don't have it. I'm making sure my shit's on my character.
This is true, but now technically, Chuck, the game has started. So
My character sheet just says the entire adventurer's backpack.
There you go. See, you got it. All right, continue. Did you have a question for me that I missed, sir?
Yeah, I said,
Yeah.
look, these guys, these clowns are spooked to the woods. I don't really care why. I don't really believe in any of that. But they're going to come down. They're going to round up a bunch of people and they're going to leave. All we got to do is just hang around here until they're gone. And then we can go right back to town. And we don't have to go 400 miles to God knows where.
We can duck into the woods and do some foraging and have some stuff to sell to the local, commissary shops. Do some hunting, do some herb gathering. All
sounds
stuff that even a first level druid is capable of.
If we do
we
not
go.
journey far from Inn's Meat, we'll be fine. But if we do go further into the forest, we will not be as safe as we were.
We don't need to go far, do we?
I don't know.
Just into, if I look up the road, can I still see the town?
from where you are here, the road goes for after Barbican. The road goes, it winds a little bit, and you've only been walking, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so.
Okay, well then,
You've had this idea.
we'll keep going.
But you can barely see it. But I mean, just looking forward,
Yeah.
the road pivots a little bit to the right.
Sure.
Probably, what, a half hour later, you're not gonna see the town at all.
So it's like mid-afternoon. It's like 2:30.
Yeah, give or take.
Let's just go till mealtime, see where we're at. Maybe start setting up camp.
I like it.
Forage.
All right. So you push on through. Are you doing anything while you walk? Is there anything I should know about tracking or casting spells or whatever, calling the gods? Anything that I should know about?
I'm asking lots of questions because I don't remember anything.
You're asking those of Ren?
Yeah,
I
sure.
guarantee you she's got an answer.
Yeah,
Guaranteed. Is that right, Ren? Is that right?
Oh yeah.
I'm asking why people are so scared of this wood. It seems pretty normal to me.
Everyone's afraid of stuff that can't be conquered. It's just a wild land. That's all.
All right, you guys keep pushing on through the afternoon. Are you carrying any weapons in your hands? That would be my only last question.
Got a broadsword.
Hook
Okay,
sword.
Are they unsheathed? I mean, they're in your
No,
hands.
why it would be. Yeah.
So your hands
I've got
are
a
free.
walking.
Yeah.
I've got a walking
Walking
stick.
stick. Okay.
Ren is
Probably
using
chewing
a
up some
sword to,
sunflower
It's a
seeds.
staff, but
Okay.
chopping brush out of the way.
You do find in this portion the road is somewhat maintained by people in Elm, and you find that there's no the damage. The road's in pretty good shape, so there's a little bit of weeds and grass, but it's summer. It's late summer, so even that's kind of fallen. So Grace, you're having some trouble finding targets, but there is some for your hook sword to, to cut through.
Just getting bushes out of the way,
Right,
like
as you-
you know.
As you mow your way across the dark vault.
Pretty good
That's
at
the way to do it. All right, so the afternoon just whiles away, and the deeper you get in the forest, the Perth timberland, it remains open. You keep getting patches of sunlight as you pass through. It's warm, it's probably 90 something degrees, so it cooks up a little bit. But then you pass into the shade where it's a little bit less, and as the sun begins to dip over the mountains in the west. One of the odd things about the Darkenfold, because it's nestled up against the Rhodope Mountains in the far west, you're really not going to experience this here, but the further you get into Darkenfold, night comes a little bit more sudden than it might elsewhere, simply because the sun dips beneath the horizon, dips beneath the mountains, and then you suddenly got this area, but you're not quite to that. You're just in the very edge of the Darkenfold. Sun begins to dip. You can start looking for a place to camp or whatever you want to do, on the road, off the road. Whatever the plan is.
So the road is at least partially paved. It's not like a
Here
dry
it is.
riverbed or something.
No, here it is 100% paved. It's square cobbles kind of set off from one another. You're about 3 feet above maybe 2.5 feet above the forest floor itself. And then so they dug down, put a bunch of, peat gravel, and then stone on top of that, more gravel, and then the big cobblestones, sealed it all up. It's even got gutters, so when it rains here, the water runs mostly off the road and into the gutters in a way, and it's largely still intact. The orcs who built this were relatively skilled, and whoever engineered it maybe they had permits. I don't know. Maybe they had to get Australian permits.
They had to do a soil erosion.
That's right.
Soil erosion form first.
Just find a river, jump in.
No,
They crossed one river. You guys crossed a river without mishap. I didn't think a problem.
it's true, but you established that there's a gate that can keep us from going back. So
Yeah, that is true.
it means we'd have to ford the river or climb the portcullis.
That is true. There's always something.
Yeah.
All right, so what kind of camp? You can start looking now. You can push on into dark. You got about 30 minutes of light left, give or take. It's about 6:30, I guess.
It tells me we shouldn't go traipsing around in the dark.
Yeah, let's camp.
So what? Real quick. So we got Peter's a halfling. Grace, are you human?
Yep.
Chuck, human,
No, I'm Elvin.
and Jeremy, you're
He's an
elven?
elf, I'm a human.
Okay, all right, good to know. And elves got what are they? They have some kind of vision. Twilight.
Twilight, yes.
yeah,
Okay.
I can see in the dark too since I'm a halfling. So.
Is yours dusk vision or twilight
It's,
vision? Okay. What's the difference? I can't remember.
So
it's like under the moon, and well, no, that's twilight. Dusk is
Right.
like
it's early
like
morning.
low light conditions. They can early morning and night.
Okay.
They can see as though it were day.
Got it. Okay.
Basically, it gives them an hour on either end where they can still be.
You get a little bit longer in that.
Yeah. You get a slightly longer day.
All right, so I need some info from you guys, or I'm just gonna make it up, and you're not gonna like how I make it up.
No, what do you reckon?
So
Probably I'm thinking
so
a
I
cool
will look at the group and I'll say the best thing we can do is find us about probably 25 to 30 yards into the woods off the road. I recommend that we actually go north of the road, not south. How far have we traveled now, Steve, from Innsmead?
You estimate probably about about 4 miles, about 8 miles, something like that, give or take.
Okay, so we don't even have to have a watch if you don't want one, but we don't need to do anything really. I think we're still close enough to Innsmead. I think we're probably going to be all right. Probably just have a simple
Elm,
watch.
it's just Chuck. You keep saying Innsmead. Innsmead's on the other side of the
Oh,
Dark.
Greenbrier. Sorry.
No, Elm.
Oh, Elm.
Elm.
Oh, is that where we were? Of course. Yes.
I thought they were
Of
only two
course.
cities
Duh.
in Aird.
Yeah. Greenbrier and Innsmead.
Hey, I
There's
know.
an ocean of possibilities beyond them.
So, anyway,
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna
you seem
go-
pretty particular about it. So whatever
Steve,
you
I'm-
want to do.
I'll wander off to the north of the road right there where we're standing, and I'll start looking around, see if I can see some tracks. All right. Oh, wait.
Okay,
we
give me a
need,
track check.
hold on. We need
You
dice.
reckon we're not supposed to walk off the trail literally?
That's what the guy said.
Yeah.
He's a ranger. He knows.
Is there like witches in here or something? What do you?
Oh
Anybody
God,
know?
help me. All right.
Maybe
Chuck,
he's
Chuck
the
wasn't
witch.
listening. Chuck's a witch. He's a warlock.
Maybe he's
Don't
the witch.
start
leading
with
up to
me.
his hut right now.
All right. Let's see. First level. That's going to be a 12 prime. 12 prime on the die. 12 prime.
You don't find anything abnormal. I mean, you range out. You would you say 30 feet? You do kind of an arc off the road. What about 60 feet, left, right, whatever?
Yeah.
Looking around. Forest looks like it's pretty open. You don't see any deer tracks, rabbit, anything. You don't see anything that's come up. You do hear or smell either one. A little bit of a creek somewhere in front of you.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to look for a decent place that I probably, it would be good for us to camp at, and tell everybody just to come over, and we'll create this little campsite and set up.
So
Who's
define for me what a decent place is.
The top of a hill.
You've never camped before? There's no hills here. There's no hills here.
Yeah, I certainly have camped, but I have never camped in country where goblins and orcs live. So,
So I'm going to particularly look for a place that's got some decent coverage trees, and we're
Okay.
going to just kind of fix a place up and get some large elms or something.
okay, so you're just going to look for a large tree, get underneath it, pitch camp.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
Who's the spellcasters here? We have just the druid. So I'm going to recommend that maybe we each take a watch except the druid and let them do their rituals and stuff and get rest for the night.
Okay.
Just let the young one rest.
Yes.
Should have bought some dogs.
Some dogs.
I know we all could have slept.
Dogs are good. Guard dogs are good.
Okay,
You're talking about
real
dogs.
quick, Steve, while we're camping, I just want to throw this out to everybody. Everybody in the group has 2 re-rolls. Jeremy also has a +1 to any one roll. And Steve, someone has given you a -5 to one of your rolls that we get to pick. We'll pick.
So you're all fortunate in that I roll horribly.
We'll see. All right.
I've got my bad dice.
My rolling on both sides of the screen is never particularly good. So, all right, so you get maybe you're getting about 60 feet off to get to a tree that you're looking for, Chuck, that's got a very, very wide canopy. You have to go a little bit further than you had originally intended, but you do find this monstrous oak clearly here before the Perth timberland. And you can kind of see, Chuck, you're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see when you're looking for this camp, this portion of the wood at some point in the past many decades was cleared, completely cleared, mostly cleared, I should say. And then this younger trees that you're looking at, that are only 30 and 40 years old, have kind of sprung up and replaced it. So whatever happened between the Danow and the Powder River, which is set in, I think it's about 80 miles or so into the river, it was cleared. But you do find one of the trees that kind of predates the clearing. It's this monstrous oak, good 18-foot, diameter, huge canopy. You can tell it's sagging somewhat from its age. Its age is so horrific. Its leaves are already turning brown, even though it's, only late August and whatnot. So the tree itself clearly tired. And as you get up underneath it, you can see there's just this kind of sprinkling of brown leaves everywhere, which give you perfect tinder for a fire if that's what you want to do. Or
Big tree.
do what?
So it's a big tree.
It's a big ass tree.
Whenever it's time to wind down for the night, Ren is gonna, just as a note, she's gonna sleep in one of the branches.
Okay, so you're going to climb up and into the tree.
Are
Okay.
you going to do your watch from there too, or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just going to
I'm
hang
gonna
upside down.
I'm gonna
now.
forage it up.
She sleeps like a bat.
I'm going to take last watch, and you guys can decide, the 3 of you, what you want to do, and we'll let Nwise sleep for the night.
Apparently, Grace went right down to the tree and went to sleep. She's out.
It was time to snooze. It was time to go. Go.
Juice in the tank. I'll stay up.
Okay,
I'm
so
I'm gonna forage for a little bit, see if I can find some edible shrooms or taters or whatever.
immediately to the shrooms, Peter. Is that
Immediately. I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to be quiet about it.
It's going to be a psychedelic trip to the dark
Oh,
hole.
Lord
Okay.
have mercy.
Hey,
Stream is
stream's down.
Stream is
Never
down.
heard of shiitake.
Oh wait, now we're back.
Good Lord.
Everyone died. Yes,
Yeah,
Sparky.
it's back.
Are we back?
We're so back.
That's
Are we
it.
back up?
Yeah, we're
Before
good.
Okay.
We
All right.
crashed out.
We're stuck by an ad, but other than that,
I'm sure it's Davis's computer. We'll blame it all on
Ah.
Davis's computer.
Yeah, we'll blame it on Davis. That's great.
Yes. Okay. So, good God. I should probably. God damn it. All right, so there's all kinds of trinkets here in Davis's abode. All right, so where were we? All right, so you guys are setting camp. So how close to the bole of the tree you getting, Chuck? Right up next to it.
Yeah.
You can see the roots there kind of pushed up and out of the ground, so the halfling could easily kind of lay between two roofs, if so inclined. Roots, if so inclined. So that's where you get. You get up underneath it. Jeremy's going to keep first watch. Grace, you crawl up into the tree. The halfling vanishes into the dusk. And so Chuck, you and Jeremy are standing there alone. Are you getting a fire going, or what are you doing?
We're going to camp with a fire. And who wants first watch?
I am.
Okay, who's second watch? Okay, and who's third?
I am.
You are.
That would be me. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, then. So yeah, we'll have a watch or I'll have a fire lit. When I go
No,
on,
if he starts building the fire, I'm gonna kick it out. I'm gonna start kicking it apart. I'm gonna be like, no.
and I'm gonna pull out my bow and say yes. Yes, we're going to have a fire. We need one. In this part of the Darkenfold, there are patrols that range out, and fire scene. Typically, monsters will stay away from you, creatures will, because they think it's a patrol. Now, if we go further south, deeper in the Darkenfold,
Don't monsters see
No
in the dark?
not all, not all,
How would the monsters have fire?
no, not all, sir.
Don't paladins see fire in the dark?
It's true. They can. They can't see not fire in the dark.
And I immediately look very confused.
You just gotta look. You just gotta think of it logically. These orcs or goblins or whatever you're scared of are not looking for us, but the paladins are, and the paladins cannot see us if we're bathed in darkness, but they can definitely see us if we're lit up like a Christmas tree. Right? Excuse me, a Yule tree or whatever.
I see. I see.
If you dig
Well-
if you dig the fire down into the ground a little bit, you can make a little cooking pit.
Right. So we
Sure,
can have
okay,
dinner.
fine. Do that. Sure. You got a spade, dig a hole.
I'm not building a big ass bonfire, Jeremy.
I
Nothing
do,
like that. A big
I
signal
actually
fire.
do.
Hey, over here, you
I've
know.
got a little shovel.
All right,
I've got a
so
little cooking digging shovel.
All right, so the halfling comes back and digs down a small little crevice,
okay.
and you're going to build a fire in this. I'm taking it as that.
You put it down in the ground, and if you've got like little cook pots, you can put them down in there, and you don't have to have a burning fire. You can have hot coals, and have a sort of like an ember fire, and that'll heat the pots up without making large amounts of flame.
There you go. You have warm tea or dinner or whatever it is you're inclined to have.
Mushroom soup, man.
Or psychedelic mushroom soups. The halfling seems hell bent on doing.
Now we're talking.
Steve has never seen a shiitake mushroom. I take it.
Steve doesn't eat mushrooms, so I'm sure I've seen them at some point.
This is a very brief aside, but while going through Yigsburg, Gary mentions shiitake mushrooms, but he spells it wrong, and they're called shit take mushrooms. And I was like, "There's no way that's intentional." I refuse to believe that that's intentional.
That's a funny story.
Gary, he might have intended it that way.
It might have. I mean, he's pulling out honey dippers, so
I can't honestly remember what we did anymore, but the original publication of The Lost City of Gaxmore that was written by Ernie and Luke, there was so much mushrooms. There were so many psychedelic mushrooms in that adventure. I think Luke pulled them out. I can't remember. It was funny. All right, so you guys pitch your camp, get your fire going. Peter, you range out. You actually do find quite a toadstool patch that you can cut quite a bit if you're inclined and bring them back to the camp and feed everybody mushrooms. Put a little taste
Well,
in your
there's other things, but
or whatever.
potatoes roots.
You don't
are
find
okay.
you don't find any of that, but you do find some mushrooms. Do you cut them?
Well, just thin sliced up.
Okay. All right. So you take some out. No, you don't find any potatoes or roots at this point. You can tell that this portion of the forest, it doesn't have a lot of deadfall. There's not a lot of brush. There's not a lot of extra stuff other than the trees themselves. Now, how this is unfolded is a mystery to you, but it doesn't seem like there's just bramble everywhere. All right. So you get back to camp. Y'all set up, bed down. Grace, how high up in the tree are you going?
2 branches.
2 branches up. All right, so you get up now. It's still pretty leafy, despite that it's dropped some. You can see the fire, but you can't see. You know, especially when it gets dark, you're not gonna be able to see anything around you.
In that case, then I'll climb down one and just be on.
Okay, so you're kind of hanging right on the edge of the tree there. All right, you guys bed down. Any particular order next to the fire, around the fire? What are you doing? And just to let you know, over the course as this develops, presumably I won't be asking these questions because once you've kind of established what your procedures are, you know, that's what I'll assume that you guys are doing. So if you change it up, you got to let me know because if something comes in at night, you know, it could be a problem. So what is the procedure here? Next to the fire, you know, everyone around it. Kumbaya moment.
I mean, I will be sort of a loner. I'm always going to sit back away from the fire in the shadows.
There's always one.
There's always one. And then on my watch, I mean, and I will probably on my watch, since they're going to be asleep, I will also probably try to hide there in the shadows and use my abilities to kind of blend in, so to speak.
Okay. Do you have such an ability?
I'm a ranger. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just to let everyone watching, though I'm intimately involved with the publication of Castle Success, I don't know what the character classes can do. I only barely remember them.
The answer is always going to be yes if you want to know what the abilities are.
I'm going to be using my racial ability to passively scan for thoughts out to a range of 200 feet.
Okay. So
I'm bullshitting you.
I was going to go with it and let you find something, but
So you want me to get when I'm on my watch? You want me to give you a sort of a concealed camouflage roll? What you want?
Well, I mean, I assume you're doing that while you're sleeping or while you're watching.
On his turn.
I mean, on my turn, I wasn't aware I could do it while I was asleep. Absolutely, I will, but I don't know.
No, well, my question was, where are you sleeping? Are you sleeping next to the fire?
Oh, no.
100 feet away? Grace is in the tree. I know what she's doing.
Right.
I'm sleeping 10 feet away from the tree south, or 10 feet away from the fire south.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll probably while I'm awake, I'll probably sit back behind the large tree in the shadows. While I'm asleep, I will lay next to the fire there.
Okay. All right. For a minute there, I thought you were going to hide behind the tree on the other side of the fire while you're sleeping, so that whoever's next to the fire draws fire. Peter, where are you going to sleep when you bed down?
Underneath the tree roots, and I'm going to turn myself into a hummock, like a grassy.
There you go.
I got conceal, I got hide, I got all kinds of things. So I'm just going to turn myself into terrain.
So you're going to try to hide while you're sleeping.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm going to wrap my blanket into sort of a natural shape and sleep under it.
Okay, perfect. So that's just all that means is on my end that I'm going to assign a CL to that, and it's going to be a little bit different than you would if you weren't sleeping on it. So give me a hide check on that as you bed down to get some shut eye. Yes, Chuck.
How much of the fire? Sorry, Peter. Go ahead.
16.
Okay.
How much of the fire?
Whether you succeeded or not, I'll let you know later. Do what, Chuck?
How much of the fire is actually viewable, like from a distance, like from the road or coming up on it?
So the real
he buried it,
very
right?
little from the road. Yeah, very
It's
little
like
from
it's
the
like
road.
little coal. It's like little embers in the ground, so it's not blazing.
Yeah, but all three of you notice that now. Grace, you don't notice this because you're above the fire. But as Chuck, as you're kind of moving out, and Peter, when you go out to looking, and Jeremy, you said you were walking, I think, or something on your watch. The fire itself doesn't actually put a lot of light out, but the reflection of the fire on the bottom of that tree is noticeable. It's not like it's a beacon in the dark.
Right, it's not a spotlight. Got you. Right.
Yeah, it's not a spotlight. But for those creatures or people who are skilled in, woodcraft, who move through the forest and in the dark at night, it's a good chance they're going to see it. It's almost impossible to hide a fire from creatures who can see in the dark or who are experienced in this type of environment. It can be done, but it's difficult. So you got a little bit of reflection on the tree above you.
So
Okay.
Once they all go to sleep, I'm going to put that fire out.
That will mean you're in the dark. All right. There's no. All right. Good deal. All right, well, it doesn't take long. I mean, you guys had a pretty stout walk through the hot August sun, and within 30, 40 minutes, they're all quietly snoring away. So you stamp the fire out, Jeremy.
Yeah, I just snuff it out, and then I'm gonna, I guess, find like a stone or stump or something to sit at, and I'll probably just do passes every now and again,
Okay. All right. So
moving silently as I can.
what does that mean? We got 2-hour watches or 3? What would that be? It'd be a 3-hour
It's 3.
problem.
If that's
Yeah,
well, let's say 3. Let's give us 9 hours.
Okay, something like that. Okay. And I assume you guys ate and all that crap. So you kind of gone through about a third of a day's rations. Jeremy, you've probably been moving about for maybe an hour. So you're halfway through your watch. Chuck is quietly sleeping. The halfling very quietly sleeping. Every once in a while, you'll hear Ren up in the tree above you. As her bottles, she moves and a bottle goes clink clink. Just not real loud, but it's noticeable, right? Give me a wisdom check. Add your level and all that goobly goop. Roll for snort check.
Who just
All of us are just.
Just Jeremy.
just a rogue.
Yeah, you guys are snoozing.
So just Jonic. I got you.
Just Jonic. I've memorized Grace's name only. I will get everybody's name eventually.
18 prime.
All right, so you're kind of moved out. You move back. You hear the bottles tink a little bit, and then now it's been very still. There's no wind blowing. It's still hot. It's probably 70 something degrees outside, and a leaf falls from above, and it's brownish, not completely out, but it just kind of floats down and lands a few feet from you. First leaf is fallen. Now there are other leaves laying about.
If I look up in the canopy, is there like a huge spider drooling there, or
You do not see a huge spider.
just like natural? That
You
seems.
see Gollum clinging to the.
Okay. So, all right, it's an interesting thing to note. Change of seasons. I meditate internally on the nature of time and the constant churn, and then I decide that my head hurts too much, and I'll think of
Move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you hear a very distinct clink sound above. Grace, I need you to make let's do a wisdom check on you as well.
Let's do it.
So add your level, add your bonus.
Ooh, that's an 18 on the die. So,
Damn, you guys.
I never roll well. I'm just as shocked as you are. So it's a 19 secondary.
Okay, you feel you're laying there. The branch is not particularly comfortable. I mean, it's a huge branch, but there's very few straight branches in these old oaks, so you're kind of a little bit kinked up there in the tree, and you feel something very distinctly tug on your belt, and it's more than you have felt normally when you sleep. Maybe equipment shifts or something. You feel a very distinctive tug on your belt.
My hand reaches out. Sorry.
Yeah, it wakes you up. Go ahead.
I reach down and just snatch whatever's.
Okay, Jeremy, above you hear the branch that Ren is on shakes. It shakes. She rolls. So Grace, you're going to do two things for me. First, you're going to do an attack, which is just try to grab whatever is pulling at you. Then you're going to make a dex check to see if you stay on this branch as you roll over so violently. All right, so do your strength, your attack first.
Is this just an unarmed strike?
Yep.
I swear to God, a 19 plus 2.
Wow.
I'm gonna roll like shit for the rest of this.
You're doomed out of it. You grab something. As you roll over, you grab something by, I don't know, it moves immediately. It's spinally. It's dry in your hand as you grab. You cannot see it. You're human. It's much too dark for that.
Oh my God, it's Gollum.
Up in this tree right now. And whatever you grab wraps itself around your arm and hand immediately. It's just like if you were to grab like a kitten or something. A kitten almost immediately strikes out with all four claws going at you. But this has got no fur, whatever it is. It just grabs a hold of you. Now give me a dex check, see if you stay in the tree.
Okay. 15 prime.
All right, you manage to stay in the tree. You roll a little bit. You're a monk. You manage to get one of your legs goes out, wraps around the branch that you're on as you kind of half fall out almost.
Can I flavor it?
Yeah, absolutely. Go.
Yeah, she grabs it and then in the same motion, using the momentum of what the fuck, grabbing the thing below her, swings so that she's hanging from the branch by her like knees, face to face, ideally with Joran.
Perfect. All right. And I want to encourage all of you all to do what Grace just did. Don't let me describe your character's actions. If I start to, stop me, unless you just don't give a shit. If you want me to describe your character's actions, then proceed. But I would rather you guys jump into it. All right. So Jeremy, branch shakes, a couple more leaves come out, and suddenly Ren is upside down in the dark right in front of you. There's a little bit of ambient light from the moon. Not a lot, but you can definitely see her, and she's got something in her hand and something's on her hand. What is your immediate reaction?
I'm going to pull a knife and stab whatever the thing is.
Now, there's a good chance you're going to hit her. It is. You can see it's right.
Awesome.
I do not care.
It chops your arm off.
Hey, okay. Here, Ethan, I want you to take all the guardrails off.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I say what I'm doing, I mean it.
Okay, blade comes whistling out, and then you just swing at it. Okay,
Now,
so
I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm hoping its back is to me because that'll benefit me a lot as a rogue, but I can't see, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it's almost impossible. Okay, Chuck and what is his name? Endwise and Lauren. No, what is it? Fuck.
It's Laren. It's fine.
Laren, almost. Laren and Enrise, I need you both to make a wisdom check to see if the noise and the ruckus wakes you up. It should. You're going to have to roll really low for it to not wake you up.
I rolled a 13, so.
Yep, you're good.
I rolled a 12 total.
Yep, you're good too. Both of you wake up. Really, it's the blade clearing the scabbard that does so. Now it's going to take a second or so for your vision to kind of adjust to what's going on in front of you. Jeremy, you see this clearly. You hack and swing. What did you get to hit?
An 18 or a 22 if its back is to me.
Okay. All right. You slice down. I'm going to just, the creature is very small. Though, Grace, you said earlier your character was lithe, so your arm's not big and muscular. Am I right? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah. She's slim.
I'm going to roll it straight up. You actually do hit the creature. You don't get a back attack. You slice into the creature. Give me some damage on it.
Let's go.
4
By
points
some
of
miracle. How much?
4.
All right, you slice into the creature, and immediately it cuts your arm pretty good, Ren, but no damage from it. Just leaves nice welts of blood kind of sprinkle up across the back of your arm there, as it slices whatever this was almost in half, and with your blood is mixed. This kind of thick ichor goes up and down and into your hand. Whatever was on you goes limp, though it's still clinging to both your hand and your forearm, here and here, but now it's not moving anymore, and you're hanging upside down, blood kind of pouring down your arm and your hand. And
you said that I felt something like go in.
No, you only felt the steel of his blade go into your flesh, but what you're feeling now, because you're upside down, there's just blood now or some kind of fluid all over your arm and hand. But if the creature stops holding it's like it's holding on to you, but it's not holding on anymore.
Yeah, it's just frozen there.
Yeah.
So if and when it sloughs off, I'll just kind of like poke at it and be like, well, there's something you don't see every day.
Well, Ren, what do you do with it?
I'm gonna drop carefully to the ground, and I'm gonna walk over to the out fire, and I'm gonna poke the coals around and try to get it started, and then see if I can get a good look at it to see if it is indeed something that I see every day or not.
All right, Laren, what are you doing? So blade comes out, you can hear it clearly, you wake up, Jarek is just a few, Jonic is just a few feet away. What do you do?
Yeah. So what can I see right off the bat when I stir to and come up and pull my sword out?
Mostly shadows. It's going to take your vision, another round to kind of click in, but Jonic is standing right over you, and you can see the form of Ren dropping out of the tree, but she's doing it with some purpose, so she's not just falling out of the tree. Yeah. And then you can see the halfling. I assume endwise that you're scrabbling up, or are you just looking over the root?
I'm not doing much of anything except peering at what's going on because there doesn't seem to be any point.
Yeah, you do not see the halfling. Sorry.
All you see is a pair of eyes and a rock.
I will move forward with my sword drawn, and I will shout, "Ren, what is the problem?" Because obviously
some
something's
little
going
bugger
on.
in the tree. Come here, see if you recognize this thing. You're more versed in the woods than me.
At this point, Chuck, as you get damn it, Laren, as you get up, your vision is, you're an elf, so you can see at night. So your vision's kind of cleared into the darkness, and you can see she's standing in front of you. She's got a little humanoid figure wrapped around her arm and hand, greenish in color. It's got a tiny little quiver on its back, and it's just clinging to her. You can see, it's wrapped its front arms around her hand, and in this arm is a tiny dagger, and its legs are wrapped around her forearm, but it's almost severed completely in half. I mean, it has been sliced.
Right.
There's just a little tenuous bit of flesh kind of holding the upper and lower torsos together.
Do I recognize what the creature is?
Some type of fae, definitely.
Okay. And
Well,
does it appear to be? I mean, it's dead, right? I mean, for the most part.
Oh, it's dead.
I want to make sure I'm giving it a good look over, and I'll look at it, and I'll look at the group, and I'll say, I'll look at Ren, and I'll say, what was going on there?
It was tugging at my belt. Oh shit! She reaches down. Are all of her stuff still there?
Yeah, you can see it still there.
Okay.
Interesting.
It was interested in my baubles.
I see a little thief in the night, a little fae thief, and I'll get a real
Just a
hard
little
look
dagger.
on my face as if I have some sort of issue with fae. You don't know what that means for a second, and I'll just kind of look down in it, and I'll say, and I'll walk around the tree and see if I'd like to see if I can see any tracks. See how that little booger got in the tree, if I can.
Okay, very difficult to track at night, but you are an elf, so you got a little bit of an advantage. But give me a check.
And I am a ranger, so there's that.
You are a ranger, and there's a whole section of this in the player's handbook that we covered, but I'm not going to read it all.
What I like is the fact that you said that I have.
We look for face scat.
Did you note?
That's right.
Did you note? Hey, did you note that he said I had advantage? Did you notice that?
There you go. And give me a roll. Larian, damn it.
It's going to be.
Larian.
Larian.
There it is. Oh, okay. Blah blah blah. One. I'm going to use my +1, so that's going to be an 18 prime. 18.
Okay, you don't
Like
see
a fourth or fifth 18.
you're moving. You move all around the base of the tree, and you're doing, I assume, a very detailed check. You don't
Yes.
see any tracks of this little creature anywhere. Now that takes him a good 5 or 6 minutes. Jeremy? What are you doing in this time? You getting the fire going? What are you doing?
I look for the spade because I saw someone digging a hole earlier.
I think
That was me, and it's attached to my haversack. It's a little thing about like that.
Can I? Is it?
If you can see where I am, sure.
Well, I'm not looking that hard.
Right, you know where you guys. I mean, though you can't see him that well, you know where he bedded down. So unless he just left,
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna open his pack. I'm gonna try and take the spade.
All right, Endwise, he's clearly just rifled through your pack. You good with that, or what do you do?
Well, if he's just grabbing the shovel, I said you could just ask.
I start digging a hole.
No, he just walks away, starts digging a hole. All right.
I dig a hole about 2 feet deep, maybe a foot on either end.
Okay.
I said, "Give me the bottles."
No. Well, fuck yourself. Get in the hole your own damn self.
Wow,
In the bottles.
that escalated quickly.
One this time. I can't imagine something like that comes only as one.
If not the bottles, it would have been something else. They're just curious.
You know how many times I heard those things clink and clank? Even while you weren't doing anything, you were just up there. Just
Come here. I have an idea. Come here.
Do you approach her?
Get some earplugs.
yeah, I'll be sure to give them to the orcs. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they'll finally accept you as one of their own when you do find them.
She does not
I just
yield.
want to go back to town,
That is awesome.
and there's these fucking hard asses coming in from the north, being like, "Oh, we are ordained by God to do this stupid fucking thing, so we're gonna take you with us." No, I just want to drink cheap swill, okay? I don't care about any of this. And now I'm in the woods with a bunch of stupid fairies that are like trying to stab us in our sleep.
You'll be
I
fine.
request that you put the bottles in the hole. You can dig them up later. It ain't that hard.
I'm gonna go over and lay back down
be a
and go
good
back to
sport.
sleep. Is what I'm doing.
All right.
She'll take the empty bottles.
Actually,
She'll put them in
Steven,
there.
I did not see
Okay.
any tracks. Correct? You said.
You did not
Do
see
I
any
have
tracks.
any reason to think that there's any more of them close by? And I'm looking. I'm looking around. I'm smelling. I'm listening. Whatever it takes.
Faye, so you're a very young elf, and elves, I don't know how old your character is, but elves don't see time like, other creatures do, so they don't pay that much attention, not until they're actually kind of doing stuff. So young elves, just sitting out aren't filled with 300 years of knowledge. You know what I mean? They haven't studied all the tomes or any of that. They're really a carefree, whatever you want to call it, unconcerned, I should say. Carefree's not right. Wistful. They just don't really care, and they don't pay much attention. So, because time is utterly irrelevant to them. So your experiences with Fae are extremely limited. In the world of air, don't picture elves as part of that community.
Right.
The elves, for those who are new to the world of air, elves were created when the Allfather was destroyed, and they were a thought of his that came to the world. Fae are actually, whether they're 1 hit dice or 300 hit dice, are actually Val Ericune, all of them.
Yeah.
So they were created by the Allfather in the void long, long, long ago. So the Fae themselves and the elves really don't interact. Your experiences with these creatures are extremely, extremely limited. But give me an intelligence check, and let's see if you've got some kind of kernel of knowledge buried away there. Yes, Grace Wren.
While he's doing that, and she's kind of taking off her empty bottles to like put in a little in that hole, she's going to try to like look at each one and see if there's anything about it that seems like it might have drawn the Fae.
Okay. So you're looking at each one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Chuck, what'd you get?
So, to quote a very famous movie quote, "We ain't find shit." No, I rolled a 1, so no.
Yeah, you kind of you dig through your knowledge, and your people mostly ignore Fae, and Fae mostly ignore your people.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean, elves are good at leaving people anyway on this planet. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it right. There you go. Plan it out. All of you are going to know that Fae are can be wicked. They don't understand good and evil. There's no concept of good and evil or law and chaos with Fae. There's just the moment. And so Fae can be very, very wickedly mean as you would. They wouldn't see themselves as mean, They cut your Achilles tendon, and they find that amusing because you fell down. And they don't know that they just, ruin your day horribly. So, so whether there's more or not, Chuck, you're not certain. Somewhere in the back of your head, it seems like it's rare that Fae are alone, but who knows? So, Grace, you looked at these. Doesn't seem anything unusual about these bottles. I mean, you've carried them for, I guess, quite a while.
They're just like ceramic or glass and painted and just.
I guess it's just things that you find. Oh, this is a cool bottle. You buy it or pick it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You would love my backyard on the rock because whoever owned the house before drank mountains of stuff and just threw it into the holler. We're always finding little bottles, big bottles, tiny. They go back to the 60s. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's nuts. All right. So there's nothing that stands out. There's no like glowing lights or I don't know. Maybe whatever drew you to the bottle drew this Fae to the bottle.
Yeah, she'll pile the dirt back up and then put like a purposeful twig of pine.
Okay, so you can find. Now, did you do all of your bottles or?
Just the empty ones.
Okay, so does that leave any that are going to be clanking, or are you free of that now?
There's one on her left hip. There's one on her right hip.
Okay, so unless you're horribly mauled by a bear, they shouldn't be clanking in any in any capacity. All right, so
anyway.
Do what?
What do you got in those things anyway?
Things that might be useful. You never know when you're going to need some grease or some oil.
Very true.
Or some pond scum or some horse crab.
You never know. You just never know.
Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Trust me.
Okay, I trust you.
You don't trust me. It's
No,
okay. You'll
I
see.
do. I trust you on this.
Really?
All right.
All right.
You
Get it.
Grace, you go back up in the tree, or are you gonna?
Is it about time to switch guard, or
It's close.
Like an hour.
Yeah, about an hour, give or take.
why don't you go to bed? I'll take over.
Okay.
It's just-
I'm gonna stay up for that hour though. I'm just gonna like kind of lay there,
lay there.
conveniently facing the hole.
No trust from
No,
Jonathan.
no, I'll. No, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Who's on second watch? Is that? I guess that's Ren is on second watch. It goes. Who's on third? Your watch goes with almost nothing. You hear some owl in the distance hooting for a little bit. Wind picks up somewhere around midnight. The tops of the trees move for maybe a half hour or so. You get a very light dusting of rain. Because you can still see the ambient light clearly came from far away and was just carried by this wind. But beyond that, nothing bothers you during the watch. Who do you
Can
kick
she look
away?
for something?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do whatever you want. What do you?
As she's like circling the camp, she is looking for weird little substances,
Okay.
things of the forest. Any like sap or like a strange poop or like just
So how-
anything weird and
How far out from this
There's dead fake goo.
oak are you going?
not far. I mean, she'll just circle around
Little bit
the
out.
boundary of it.
You don't really find anything abnormal like that, other than one extraordinarily misshapen acorn that appears to be. It's acorns from an oak, right? It's three acorns kind of melded together.
Whoa.
Oh, she's taking that.
That's
all
cool.
in some kind of odd, genetic
100%.
genetic strangeness. All right, so you pocket your three-headed acorn, but beyond that, your watch goes with nothing untoward occurring. Who do you kick awake for third? I can't remember who's third watch.
Laren.
Is that,
that's right. We just got 3. That's right. Okay. So,
Wait, is Endwise not taking a watch?
no, we were letting
I
him
wasn't going to. I was
go.
Oh, that's right. You
Let
just
the
fell.
wizard
Gotcha.
Let him
Gotcha.
rest. That's rough on the
forgot.
body.
Destiny, but
Yeah. Hey, enjoy the luxury, Endwise. It
I
won't
did.
last forever.
I did all that foraging. I mean, come on.
That's true. You forgot yourself a bunch of mushrooms. All right, Chuck. The watch goes relatively easy for the better part of an hour or so.
I will
when-
start the fire back up immediately when I get comfortable.
Okay.
Those coals are wet, my friend.
So somewhere an hour or so into your watch, you hear in the distance, you can't quite make from which direction, sound both at night and sound in the forest carries very strangely. But you hear the absolute gut-wrenching scream of what's definitely, it's either a human or a halfling. An elf or dwarf voice would be, noticeable. A halfling or a human, it could be either one of those. And it is some pain. It's loud for about 15 seconds or so. It's quiet for another 30 seconds, and then you hear it again. And then you think you hear it a third time, but you can't be certain on that. And then it's quiet again.
What direction?
Can't tell. It's distant. It's not close.
How long
Do the
into my
rest of us
watch
wake
is it?
up?
No, that didn't wake anybody up. About an hour. You probably give it an hour till daylight, give or take. You
All
probably
right,
can see at this point. You'd see the inklings of the sun in the east.
I'm going to try to just move in behind the tree and hide and listen and guard. I'm just
Okay.
gonna-
All right, give me a listen check.
Listen check's going to be where's my character sheet? 11 prime.
You hear something, whether it's the owl that was bothering Ren or it's this creature or you hear something that just kind of stands out.
Okay.
But whether it's associated with that, surely it is, because you're listening 10 seconds after you hear the sound, but split the party.
Yeah, I know.
Quickly run off alone.
Pay attention to that wolf. All right, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep hidden and concealed too. Do you need a roll for that?
Yeah, give me a check.
Oh, much better. 15, 17.
Yeah, you. So where are you? Get up into the tree? Or are you hiding against the tree or a tree further away? Because there's not really. This is flat ground with little brush. The
I'm
trees
gonna-
are going to be
I'm-
your only.
I'm going to retreat back to one of the other trees a little further away.
Okay.
Since there's a fire going, I'll be able to see. And I'm going to
That's
listen. And I'm basically going to be prepared for any. I'm waiting for something to come into the camp, but I want to wait and see.
All right,
first.
so you got it. So you move out and away from the camp. You kind of get a little bit of hypnotized by the reflection of your fire on the thing, and you realize, oh crap, this is a little bit more visible than I thought, when you're next to it. But you've moved away from the noise of the fire, from that little sputter of a hot coal or whatever, and the very gentle breathing of all three of your companions as they're sleeping.
Sure.
So your elven senses in tune a little bit, tune up with the forest around you. And somewhere, man, you think it's towards the road, which would be south of you.
It's not very close. The road is not far.
It's like 60 feet away, 70,
Yeah.
whatever we said earlier. Somewhere in that direction, but again, in the forest, sounds carry very, very strangely. They bounce off trees, they bounce off of canopies and whatnot. You swear you hear something running, four-legged, not two, padded feet, and it only lasts for, a few seconds, but you think it's towards the road.
Now, is this just immediately after the earlier stuff, or is there a little bit of time went by?
Maybe 3-4 minutes, give or take.
Okay. And we're probably. I was going to go out about 25 or 30 yards, so that would put us close to 100 feet from the so I
Okay.
don't know if that matters or not.
You're pretty close. Towards the road or away from the road?
Away from the road.
Okay, yeah, you're just a little bit deeper in. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm going to go over to. I'm going to actually pull my bow out, knock an arrow, and wait.
Okay.
Now, if nothing happens until the sun kind of comes up, once the sun is up and we've got regular light and that kind of thing, I will do something else.
About 30, 45 minutes pass, give or take, and the sun starts. You can just see it now. You know how it is. And dawn creeps over everything. It actually rolls across, and it doesn't get underneath the tree. The canopy is so huge that the sunlight doesn't wake your comrades up. But day turns you all to stone. Wait, that's the Hobbit. Sorry. No, you're good. It's daytime.
Okay, shoot.
You're all trolls. You're all trolls.
I
You're
know
all
what you did
trolls.
there. I get it. We get it. He's got jokes. He'll be here all week. Try the veal. All right, so at that point, then I will go around and I will go to. I will probably go to Enswise and kind of nudge him awake. He's been asleep longer than anybody, so I'll wake him up.
Yeah, he certainly has.
I will kind of stoop down on my haunches and whisper to him about what's happened during the night, what's been going on. And then I'm going to ask him to slowly wake everybody up as I begin to head south to see if I can find these tracks or whatever was
Okay.
out.
Okay. And
I'll
why?
poke everybody with my stick.
Okay.
When I get roused, I tense and I've got a knife in my hand. I'm like, don't touch my stuff. And I relax. And I'm like,
That's the guy who stole my shovel.
Yeah. He's still holding the shovel in one hand.
yeah. Morning. Here, I'll give him the shovel.
All right, Ren, you also
wait,
get
we need
working
to-
up.
When you do the same to Ren, it's don't touch my bottles. Oh,
The bottles are buried. That's how treasure arrives in the Darkenfold. See, now you can do an entire adventure about Ren's bottles. It was a magical bottle. Of course, it was a magical bottle. Why would she bury it and hide it?
See, no, because I was thinking like there's all those stories of leprechauns where like they mark where the gold is, and then the leprechaun goes in and adds like 1 million marks everywhere.
There you go.
We just wake up and there's like 1,000 sticks in the camp, just like straight up. It's like,
Except I
Oh
think
my
you
gosh.
split the leprechaun in half. So I'm not.
well, he's boiling in agony in the pits of hell right now. So I don't know.
Poor little bastard.
she'll dig up her
deserved it.
bottles, put them back on her
He
belt.
chose to be a fairy.
Okay, so you retrieve your bottles.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Chuck. So you move south. Are you moving? So give me an idea. Are you going to move rapidly, or are you going to track from where you are? So, because tracking, if you do a really detailed search, takes a little time, right? You can't just walk through. You gotta look. So what? Give me some idea what's going on.
I'm going to go. If I remember correctly, the sounds I heard of it moving and all that wasn't close.
No.
So once I will just go. I will go casually looking around. But once I get to the point where I feel like I'm going to find tracks, maybe from what I've heard, that's when I will begin to really start to search. Look slowly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You get down to the road, which is, I think we said 100 feet. I can't remember at this point. 60 to 100 feet away is where your camp was. You get down to the road and kind of cross over it. Give me a track check on the road. You smell something before.
There.
Bless.
Let me see. Sorry. All right. You said a tracking check?
Yes, sir.
Tracking on Bear Stone.
It's going to be a 14 prime. Not bad.
You find wolf scat there on the road.
Oh, okay. All right. Wolf scat. How big of a wolf does it look like?
Not very big, probably the size. Not a gray wolf. Gray wolves are huge. Timber wolves are huge. Probably the size of a gray wolf. About the size of a German Shepherd. A little bigger.
It's just singular.
Yeah.
Okay, I will look around and find probably chip a piece of bark off of the side of one of the trees, and I will retrieve some of this scat for the monk. All right, and then I will return back to the group, and I will.
You know what that is, right?
I will deliver her poop to herself. There's you some wolf scat.
You didn't. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here,
There's
she'll
like a-
offer him the 3-headed acorn.
Oh,
And I will look at it closely, and I will put that in one of my pouches, and I will smile at you. And I will turn around.
there's like a 20% chance that that's like halfling lycanthrope shit. Because we heard like a halfling screaming, and then
What
like
the-
wolves.
So I will let the group know. I said, listen, it was a wolf last
Means
night
more.
that was patrolling around our camp. It seems to be the only one. I know that the rogue. No, you kind of feel like maybe it was a shapeshifter. I'm not convinced.
Oh no, I didn't say that. That was just
Oh,
out of game because I have no knowledge of the wolf or any of that.
you do now because I'm telling you all of you right now. Yeah. So, and that's
The
basically what
shooting
was
guy.
up. I think that there was a wolf, probably hunting nearby. Probably smelled us, realized there was a bunch of us, and my guess is he probably backed off. Since it was 5. If it had been one of us, you probably would have been dinner.
Well, good thing we were together.
Yes,
I've never known
absolutely.
wolves, especially single wolves, to just like attack people.
Well, they will if they're hungry. They will,
They'd have to be really hungry.
especially out here in the Darkenfold.
Sure, but there's got to be like deer or whatever here, like
I'm not sure. they
Rabbits,
care.
deer,
rabbits,
mice. Yeah, all kinds.
squirrels.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty to eat in Darkenfall.
I don't think
But-
that's. Did you tell us about the guy screaming? Or no?
Oh yeah, I guess they didn't hear that. Yeah, Chuck, what is that? What is that?
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. So, well, I'll actually tell them about that.
That's the most important part of this. Kurt. Yeah, I heard
Well,
a
I
guy
don't-
like getting gutted. I don't know.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm a ranger, and I'm not like freaked out about this. This forest is very dangerous. You got to understand that. It's not. Hell, if you
yeah, I
look at it,
noticed we were in
you look-
it for about 8
if you
hours.
literally
We got
go and
jumped
read
by a
about it in
frog.
the Codex of Verity, it immediately tells you that it's But anyway, yeah. So, Stephen? When I looked at the wolf, there wasn't anything. Oh, it was just tracks I saw. That's right.
You didn't see tracks. Now I want to be very clear, Chuck.
I saw scat.
You looked at the scat. You cut the scat in half. You didn't continue tracking. You just cut the scat in half and went back to the
Okay,
camp.
that's fine. So I'm going to change my story up a little
It
bit.
doesn't mean you can't go track now.
No.
And
I'm
just so
going to.
everybody knows.
I'm going to. I
Yeah, just so
misunderstood though.
everybody in chat and everybody in the group knows this is we're gonna have to run this. If you don't tell me, I'm not going to assume that you do stuff. So
No. That's fine. It's fine. I was thinking that I found his carcass, not his. Just along with
No,
the
you
scat.
just found a wolf
Okay,
poop.
I was misunderstood then. I thought he was laying there dead. So in that case, I will tell him about the scream, and I will say that we need to probably track this creature and see what's going on
Why?
because we're in danger.
It didn't bother us.
You don't think that's suspicious?
I don't care. How long do we think it takes for a bunch of knights to round up some dudes and go north? A day? I kind of want to go back home.
I'll just walk off.
I kind of want to know what's up. Why the screaming? I look at my bottle of wolf poop. Is it weird? Does it look like normal wolf poop?
It's got a little bit of seed in it.
Consistent with like wolves don't eat seeds.
Not generally. So if they do, there's two instances, and the ranger could explain it. There's going to be two instances where the wolf's going to consume seed. One, if whatever it's eating is got the seed on him or laying in it, or something like it's eating a rat, it was eating seed, it might get sucked into. Or when wolves, canines get particularly hungry, they will then start eating just about anything.
I'm just curious. Aren't you a little curious?
Well, we spent about 8 hours in here and we got jumped by a frog. So no.
I got jumped by a frog. Then my arm got jumped by your sword.
Hey, listen.
So that's not really the most dangerous thing in the forest.
Look, the particulars, sure, they matter. But I don't know where I'm going with this. I just started talking. So sure, let's do it. Fine. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, sure.
This rambling sentence will lead us further.
Yeah,
toward the mystery.
so usually I start talking and hope that I'll find a way out of it by the time I reach the end of the sentence. But we haven't quite hit that beat yet. So I'm going to keep.
All right,
It's going to be fun.
Off you go to the road. And yes, after Mug, they will eat anything. All right, so you guys, as you're having this semi-discussion, argument, philosophical, whatever, you guys have wandered from your camp. Endwise, I assume you're joining your comrades in the return to the road to kind of explore whether it's.
I'm not particularly worried about what anybody's doing. I mean, if it's not coming after me, I don't care. So.
The best of companions.
Well, no, I'm kind of basically neutral on this. If it's basically natural law where somebody got in a forest and got eaten by something, that's their business. I'm a druid. It's natural law here.
That is very true. That is very true. Mark Sandy used to make the argument that the druid's job is not to protect the forest. It's to protect people from the wilderness because the wilderness is brutal, which I always loved. All right, so it takes you just a minute or two to get to the road itself. Chuck, you're back to where you see the scat. Obviously, it's still laying there. You cut it in half and gave half to Ren. So there it is. What's the plan now? You can go either way. You can track the whole area, go down the road, back to town. Jeremy, you can smell that beer in the air. No, I'm kidding. You can't smell anything.
Something.
Yeah, it's a
scat. I'll look over at Endwise, and I'll look at Endwise. I'll say, "What do you want to do, Druid?"
There's nothing here that it's affecting me one way or the other. So, if I can duck getting press ganged, I'm fine with that. But
okay. How about you, Ren?
I think we should track this thing and see what the screaming was. I'm curious. Aren't you?
A little bit, but I'm more concerned about the safety of the group. So,
well, it's not safe. We're in the Darkenfold. We're safe.
Perhaps. Jonic, what do you think?
Elm. As safe as Elm.
So I take it, Jonic, you want to return back today? You want to do?
Well, I think it'd be good to go and maybe sneak over there and poke around. If all those squares are gone, hey, let's just go back to town. If they're not, they're still beating people or whatever they're doing, dragging them behind horses or whatever. I don't know. Then
we could try to free some people.
No,
I suggest
we go back to the woods and we wait.
I suggest we go back towards town. But let's not get too close, and perhaps we could send in someone stealthy to look. I think you have those skills, right? Maybe you could scout and see if it is safe.
Yeah, come on. You were wanting to go back to town so bad. Why not
Now,
scout
listen.
ahead?
Wait a minute.
Get the initiative.
Yeah, all right, fine.
All right, so you're going to go ahead back the road towards Elm. Is that the plan?
The plan is to get within probably a mile of it or two. Whenever we think the edge of we don't want to be caught.
Yeah.
We want to send our we want to
about
send
2 miles, but yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
before we even do that, if I look in the direction of the town, is there like the usual amount of smoke coming from it, or whatever?
You guys are about, I think I said 8 miles into town,
Right.
into the
Yeah.
forest. You
Correct.
can't quite see it with
Right.
the trees.
Well, I'll be watching that as we approach.
Okay. All right,
And,
so you all set off at a pretty good pace. Do what?
No, I was just going to say we should be fine. We have this professional burglar.
Absolutely. All right, so you all set off at a pretty good pace. You're only held up by the halfling's legs. You can still move pretty good, but I think his movement is 20, so it slows you a little bit. You move for the better part of maybe an hour and a half into the morning when in front of you, none of you guys are cute sense of self. So who's in front? I guess it's the same thing. Ren and Johnny are in the front.
Yeah.
Ren, you have a question? What's up?
I do. So along the journey, just as a note, if she can find any like water,
Okay.
she's gonna mix a little bit into the thing with the scat
Okay.
and make
Nice.
like a paste.
It's a septic bottle. Nice.
Yes.
You actually do. You find there was just enough rain, a little bit, that it pools here and there on the side of the road in that gutter that I described earlier. So you find just a little, just a little bit of water. So you can mix your cauldron or whatever it is you got going on there.
Roadside alchemy.
I keep thinking she's playing some kind of gnome artificer or something over there. I keep forgetting she's got all these
just to let
bottles.
you
gonna
guys,
come in
so no one in this room has gamed with me for an extended period of time. So this is the way. So what Grace is doing here, if we kept doing this campaign, and if she played the same character and didn't die, a year from now, if she said, you know what, I don't want to be a monk anymore, I'm going to be a rune mark, because a rune mark kind of does that, or whatever. She's got all of this experience that she can immediately play into that class. Now, I don't really do multi-classing at the table. If you want to change your skills, I don't give a crap. Suddenly, Grace doesn't take a new monk skill. She takes an artificing skill. I don't care about any of that. Whatever you want to do, as long as it's semi-balanced. But that's how that starts. As you build your character out, you can go in whatever direction you want to go.
That's called the Matt Golden method, right, Steve?
It's called the Mac Golden method because that's what he does. He gets so bored so fast. He just starts weaving through whatever class he's read about in whatever comic book. All right, so you guys move like an hour and a half or so. Realize you're a little bit hungry. You didn't eat breakfast that morning. Not unusual. You had an eventful night, but your stomachs are grumbling a little bit. Sun's coming out, and now you're in that portion of the road as the forest thins just a smidgen as you approach town. But you don't get, 2 miles, 2.5 miles back towards town when Johnny and Ren, you both see it simultaneously. A staff has been driven into the loose soil to the right of the road, and on that staff is a head, and there's a little bit of ichor kind of soaks down the staff, some long blood-matted hair hanging off of the back. You're looking at the back of a head that's clearly facing the town of Elm.
Jesus.
You're still like 5 miles from town, but
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
In the name of good, right?
Is it like a human head, or
you have to go up and look at it.
I'm gonna go up to? Yeah, I'll go up to it.
It is
follow.
so matted with blood. When you get up to the head itself, obviously it's stretched a little bit. It has been bruised just through whatever, has pounded into it. You can see immediately, you can tell whatever severed it was not gentle. It wasn't
Not
sharp.
clean.
Yeah, it was not clean in any way, shape, or form. There's chunks of the neck, a little bit of the shoulder, and just a chunk of the spinal column hanging out. All of this is a little bit dried at this
It
point.
looks like it was ripped.
It looks like something held the hair. You can even see where there's tufts kind of pulled and twisted, and something just hacked. And it honestly looks like a bone or something, or a really dull axe hacked this thing off at an angle. Probably an angle like this across the neck and down into the shoulder. And then it was wedged onto this thing. Definitely a human. You can't quite tell, but you think it was that guy who came in the tavern and shouted, "Get out of town." Can't quite tell. I mean, the face is so bruised, and it's just been elongated and pulled, and whatever.
I think
This definitely wasn't here yesterday when you walked down the road, in the opposite direction.
I think we know this guy.
Yeah, maybe it's a shame the Paladins didn't get here sooner, actually. This doesn't really look like their style.
Wouldn't know.
Does he look recognizable at all?
Hey, you think he's the guy that shouted in the tavern, but it's not pretty what happened to
It
this.
looks like at one point he was a bipedal hominid of some
Right.
Yeah.
So question, is the face or the head, is it just kind of, do we think it's purposely facing toward the town, or it just happens to be there?
Oh yeah. Definitely purposely, and that's part of the elongation process when they pushed it onto this. It's not easy. That's no part of that is simple. There's brain and bone and
Sure.
and everything else.
So
in
it's
there.
skewered. It's
Yeah,
skewered on a
but
stick.
it was pulled too.
Down. Okay.
It was.
What is this? Just like is this just like a branch that it's on, or is this like some piece of wood?
No, it's definitely some kind of. It was definitely some kind of limb or something that was cut. It's not like a staff, that someone fought with, a kebab. Yeah, there you
So it's not a knitting pole.
go. It is not a knitting pole. No.
Okay.
I don't even know what book that's from anymore.
Oh,
that's
my
that's
God.
from Adventure's Backpack.
Adventure's Backpack. Yeah.
That's
Where the
great.
hell that class was?
Yeah, I can't remember. That was yesterday.
Like, is there like bloody tracks? Like, obviously
You-
this was
you're
dragged
not.
here.
You're not a ranger, so
No, but I can look at the ground and see if there's blood on the ground.
you don't see much blood now. Just whatever kind of has
This was
fallen.
carried here dry.
Yeah, whatever has fallen off of the head.
Okay.
But
So-
you have no skills to look for.
I will
whatever.
walk over, throwing the cape up in the air, strutting forward, and I'll just kind of look at the rogue and go past him, and I'll begin to look very carefully around the area for tracks.
All right, give me a track check. End-wise, what are you doing while he's tracking? Anything?
I'm doing just looking around, just making sure that nobody's coming up behind us.
Okay,
Not
got it.
much for me to do except to sort of lean there and wait.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but you're keeping a watch to make sure
I'm
the
keeping
giant
the weather
man
on
doesn't
up.
swoop in.
I'll-
I rolled pretty
I'll
good,
listen.
Chief.
Okay,
A 20 prime.
all right, what do you got? No, that's nice.
Dirty
All right, so
20.
well, you're in a target-rich environment. You realize that immediately, despite
Sure.
John X having, and I guess Ren walked up as well. You can see where they've kind of mucked the tracks up a little bit. Definitely more than one. How many? What does your tracking allow you to do at first level? Can you determine numbers? I don't think that's.
You can do everything, I think. Let me check.
No, it's
You're as good as
If you're going to ask me, I'm going to lie to you. No. I
it's
really
very
don't know.
little. I think it's
yeah,
it doesn't even reveal like what type of creature.
yeah, I think that's later. Check it up real quick. I don't know if it's the number, but while you're looking that up, so it's several small creatures, some of them booted, some of them not. Definitely long, thin toes, definitely clawed, those that are not booted. And you see wolf tracks as well. And the most noticeable thing, Chuck, you can see where a wolf at some point, or a dog it could be, made a little bed for itself about 10 feet into the forest line and half laid and half sat in that bed for 30 minutes at least or a little bit longer.
Okay. Let's see.
Determine number and type of tracked creatures.
You can at first level?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, good deal. All right, well, you clearly made your check easily 6 of these hominids, of these bipedal creatures. You also see where they were armed in some capacity. You see a hole in the ground where a butt staff, obviously, whether it's a halberd or a staff or something that's leaned on it for a moment, clearly watching whoever was pounding this stake into the ground. And you determine that the head was put on the stake long before it was put here. So the stake was made and carried up the road from the way you just came, which is deeper into the darkened vault. And then the tracks, all of them go off. Now, you're currently facing east.
west.
Facing east, the town of Elm. You're facing
Elm.
the same
Jesus,
direction.
Greenbrier. Sorry.
The same direction that the face is facing. So to your left, which is going to be to the north, is where these tracks go. They're all relatively fresh within the last 3 hours. give
How
or take.
many can I estimate?
At least 6 of these bipedal creatures and 2 wolves. The wolves, you can tell by the bed that it made, are pretty light. They're not huge, gigantic wolves.
What kind of footprints are they? Does it look like they're wearing boots or anything like that? Or are they bare?
Some are wearing boots, some are not. And
Some
they
that
have
aren't.
toes and clawed toes.
They have what?
They have long toes, and the toes are clawed.
All right.
And not
that
like
answers-
a cat's claws. I mean, it's like someone who didn't cut their toenails or whatever. It leaves a definite
with
mark.
that kind of roll, what would I figure? How are these things like huge, like massive, or are they just kind of?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're relatively light, probably Endwise's size.
Like this. Oh, so bigger than the frog, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
whatever.
absolutely. Yeah, about 3 feet, 4 feet tall,
Really?
80
Oh,
pounds,
okay, it's not what I
maybe
thought. it
100
was.
pounds. Or something. Yeah,
And-
sorry.
I was thinking it was these little guys that
Yeah, no,
got
sorry.
it on the thing. I was like, geez.
They're
Would you-
energetic. They have a little scaffolding.
Would there be a
They
chance
have to
that I
get
could?
permits.
Would there be some sort of roll I could do to see if maybe I could actually detect what they were? I mean, I must have some experience with some creatures.
Your first level, buddy, you don't. This
Don't have any?
No, this is how you get experience. No, I mean, you can. That's what I think at 5th level you can determine what they are. You can use knowledge, a little bit of knowledge. Aird has orcs. Hobgoblins are very rare. Gnolls are rare but not small. Goblins are small. Kobolds
Right.
are small.
Right.
I mean, you would know these things, so you can gauge that a little bit. But you're a novice at this.
At
You
third
most likely
level
do in
is when you can do
psychedelic mushrooms.
characteristics. So
Do what?
you have to be at 3rd level before you can do characteristics.
There you go.
Yeah, I know, Peter, but he doesn't know that.
I know Rangers very well. I play them like all the time. So.
All right, so all right. I mean, I'll tell the group what I've learned.
Chuck, the hope is if we keep doing this, and I do this consistently, which I try to do, I don't always do. In a year from now, when I describe tracks, I won't even have to say, those are this monster's tracks. Oh, those are this monster's tracks.
You're just going to go ahead and give it to me.
No, I'm not going to give it to you. You'll know because you have learned, presuming that you learn what
Fine.
these tracks belong to, or you could just run away. You can just get the hell out and run away.
No, so I'll let the group know everything that I've gained from these checks.
Okay.
And I'll kind of look at the group and say, what do you guys want to do? Clearly, there's a threat in both directions now.
Not
It's-
that way. I point towards
What,
south.
you pointing south? Yeah.
No, whichever way the town is.
Oh,
East,
well-
the town is east,
Yeah, east.
the road goes west.
Well, I mean, they are the paladins. You seemed awful concerned about that earlier.
The whole point of doing this is to just wait until they're gone.
But
We're not
clearly,
here to accomplish anything.
but where, do
just
you,
killing
where,
time,
where would
bro.
you suggest that we would kill time that would be safe? Now that we know that there's wolves and other things roaming the area.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Exactly.
remember stuff.
Let the expert handle it, and I'll just turn over to the druid a moment. And I'll look at the druid and I'll say, "What do you think, Wanderer of the Forest?"
This is one of those situations that I'm just trying to avoid being press ganged, but beyond that, it's not my concern.
So you don't think there's any danger?
I didn't say that. It's just not my problem. That's what neutral means.
I love Jeremy and Peter have there's like no spirit of
no.
adventure. It's
I'm,
awesome.
I'm looking over at the monk going, "What the?"
That's
I'm
great.
a
We're gonna
I'm a
trip over
wanderer,
like
but I don't get
1,700
involved
hooks
unless-
I mean, I'm
just to get back to
so
town.
so I kind of look at you, and I look over at this severed head, okay, for just a moment. Then I look back at you, and I look back at the severed head, and I say, "There are wolves around here. Someone has been slaughtered," and you don't find that concerning at all.
Yeah.
No, that's just a very hungry wolf.
Well, okay, no.
There are
but-
humanoids here as
well,
well.
I've never heard of a wolf
This
put
is-
a head on a guy's
This
head
is
on a
natural law. This is not my concern.
There you go.
All right then.
That's what,
Ren
that's
has
what
begun
neutral means.
I will-
sneaking towards town.
Okay. Ren has moved on and up the
I
road.
think
as
I
you
think we're
all
going to
are.
start walking towards town. I guess, like we were.
Yeah. Fuck
Okay.
this.
We'll stick
Fuck
to that
this
plan and let
Holy cow.
the thief sneak in and see if he can figure
All
out.
right,
What
Chuck.
the
I need you to make a class attribute check, which isn't actually a thing in Castles and Crusades unless you have the player's guide to Eric. But basically, when it asks, it's going to be your primary attribute, which I believe is strength for you. Is that correct?
It is. Yeah, strength and wisdom. I think strength's the main one though. All right. Wow, good. 14, 15 prime, sir.
So you start moving up the road. You're going to your companions. Ren is sneaking a little bit, kind of moving, and you move about 100 or 200 feet. And you don't have to act on this or anything, but you just get this kind of feeling of a wall closing in behind you. Like there's this, you've crossed a line. Anyways, as you guys keep moving on up with this unsettling feeling with the ranger,
Odd thing to say.
yeah, an hour or so passes, and you can clearly see Elm, the smoke of coming up. And you see on either side of Elm, it doesn't take you but 8 seconds to see that there's encampments have been built, and there's tents set up, and temporary corrals have been built. And you can see pennants flying out, and you can hear occasional shout from someone, but clearly some militant force, not going to say who, has set up on either side of Elm.
Keep a note that we didn't want to get too close. We're going to send in.
Yeah, no,
The
you're
expert.
still.
Okay, so I'm
yeah,
going to
you're
look
still
over.
a couple of miles away.
I'll look over at Jeremy's character, and I'll say, "Burglar, you're up. See what you can find out."
They're still here.
Let me rephrase my situation. Can you possibly see what's going on? I mean, is this something that we should be concerned with?
They're still here.
Okay. So is the townsfolk in danger? Or are they safe?
Who I care?
I just look over at Ren again, and I walk off to her, stand next to her.
I'm trying to figure out whether
Seems like a fairly regular thing.
the guy that we saw, I get the feeling he was from town.
He definitely, the guy who came in. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
So if he's back there in the state that he's in, and the paladins are here occupying as normal,
That's a fair point.
then what happened?
It's probably some weird political thing. I don't know.
I feel like paladins in general, known a few, they're not sloppy, especially if they're seeking to fight the good fight against evil.
Oh no, yeah. they
normally
didn't do
not.
that.
So what's the deal?
Something evil doesn't like guys who say they do good. Some weird political statement. I don't know.
I think we should send the rogue in to see what's going on. The burglar is good. He's talented. I think he can do it. He's clearly not lazy.
I could go in and just ask them.
Ah, my lady, I'm not sure you would be safe.
Why not?
What if they are not what they appear to be? What if they're ruffians?
Wait,
or bandits?
wait. How come she would not be safe, but I would be safe?
Sneakier
There's
than
a
me.
lapse here in.
You have a skill, burglar. Am I right? Can you not
Stop calling me that.
keep yourself
I call you knife ear, bro.
hidden? Can you not keep yourself hidden?
Sure, yeah,
All right.
Um,
Everyone has a skill set, burglar. Yours is stealth and recon.
And not charm, clearly.
Clearly not.
look,
Yes.
I don't want to make any waves.
Good.
I just
We'll be
try to
over here
go-
waiting.
A new follower has joined the fray.
I woke up like 14 days ago with a big lump on my head. I don't know who I was or anything. All I could figure is, oh, that's interesting. I can read because I could read the street sign.
Mm.
I never worked for no burgling folk. and I'm not really particularly interested in joining any knights or doing much of anything other than kind of coasting until I can figure out what's going on.
Question for you, Jeremy, outside of game. Would my character
Yeah.
sort of take you as being an opportunist as far as when it comes to riches, gold, that kind of thing? Or would I kind of
Yes, but you would also think that he's not so stupid that he could be manipulated very, very, very easily.
I'm just asking. That's all I was asking.
Yeah, no,
All
he's
right.
financially motivated. Yeah,
So you do not just imagine the amount of purses in that camp. As you would look around, you could probably ascertain if they've got enough wealth to actually make a threat toward the town, right? I think you should scout in and see what you can find out. See what they've got.
okay, sure, but you guys will need to fall back to be completely obscured from any point on that battle, that whatever you called the bridge.
I feel like when you look back, you probably see all three of us already walking off.
They're running
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go find a stump. I'm gonna sit on it for about 2 hours, and I'm gonna come back.
Okay. All right. And so where you can see what's going on, or just not?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. So you sit there for a couple of hours. You can see a little bit what's going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't take your, whatever long to realize. And you hear occasional shouts and curses and horses and whatnot. It's clearly the paladins have set up these encampments.
Yeah.
And they're going to be here. I mean, they built a temporary corral, so they're not moving quickly. Probably minimally 3 or 4 days. They're going to be, here on the thing. And while you're sitting there in your 2 hour kind of, I assume you're trying to hide or you're just not moving, all that stuff. You see off to your left, you see a wolf come trotting out up close to the river, and it just looks for a little bit. It trots down in your direction and it stops. It gets the whiff of something. What it gets the whiff of, you can't tell, but you can see clearly it gets tense. And then it pivots and very, as they will, just quietly vanish into the timberland behind you. You see it for a minute as it there's not much brush, so you see a little bit of it, but it vanishes pretty quickly, heading back into the woods.
It did that as it was coming toward me?
It's coming towards you, still, a good distance off, stops, smells something. Could easily be the horses, and, those horses in the encampment are not small. And the Paladin the Kael'Mari's war horses, Selena Olenbergs, I think they're called, Sienna Olenbergs, are particularly bred for war, and they're bred to be aggressive. So creatures don't like to encounter.
The second I see that, which way is the wind going?
It's coming from where the wolf was.
So toward me.
Towards you.
So I am downwind of it.
Yes.
Okay, then it didn't catch me.
Probably not.
Okay. Okay. So my immediate assumption is that these are like intelligent in some way, and that's some kind of spy for whatever. But
It was weird.
yeah, well, yeah, it came out into the open. Wolf isn't likely to do that, and it didn't go drink water. It came up to the edge of the river, and it just turned around. I was like, okay. So this is total rampant speculation, but my guess is these are like a spy almost. Be like, are they gone or what's going on? Did they notice our gory message and leave? Assuming these are violent primitives of some kind. I'll just wait a little while and then I'll go back. Try and find the rest of the group.
Did you guys? How far back did you all fall back down the road? A mile.
Probably 2. I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest with you. I'm nervous about the whole setup. So I'm.
Did you fall back to where the head was?
Yeah, but I don't want to be out in the middle of the road. I want to be off in case those things come back.
Yeah. Ren would want to go back towards the head. Just
Let's
to,
go.
try to investigate. Or,
Yeah, I'm going to try to put us back. Let's get back to the head and to the south of it, so that we're kind of back in the woods, hidden.
Yeah.
All
right. When you guys get on the other side of the head, Chuck, that feeling returns, but in kind of like the wall's now in front of you. You know what I mean? That you're on the other side of the wall. That there's, it's an odd sense about it. 2 hours, I guess Jeremy said 2 hours later, give or take, Johnnet comes trotting up the road. Well, I assume sneaking up the road. Just singing, dancing, playing the banjos or whatever.
So, what did you find out, burglar? What did you see?
Yes, burglar.
Give us your report.
He stabbed you once, Fred.
Nothing. It's you guys can go right back. Things are totally clear.
Come on.
No, oh no, they said that they're really glad to see me and everything's fine and they're just giving out free like little like pendants to commemorate their visit. It's really
Ooh,
pleasant.
incredible.
Yeah. No, they're putting people in camps and beating them with sticks.
What?
I don't know. Look, I'm not going to pretend to have any higher understanding of why.
Is that all you
people
could
do what
see?
they do.
Did you see anything else? How long do you think they're going to be there for?
Probably 3 or 4 days. They put up some like kind of crude stuff to like corral their horses. Not anything permanent.
Any patrols or anything?
You didn't see anything.
Well, it's an occupied town, so I didn't see him coming around or anything. I did see a wolf go up.
Wait, what?
It's
A wolf.
Yeah, it wasn't acting like a normal wolf. I don't think. Maybe it was. I don't really know wolves. Great, but
What do you mean it was acting? How was it acting strange?
it was just watching the town, and I've not known many wolves that need to like see something to know what's going on. Usually they can just smell it and stay hidden. But it came right out, and it was. I got
I'll
spooked
look-
by something. and I left.
I'll look over at the druid and I'll say, "Neutral Lord, do you have an opinion on this? Why would an animal act so strange?"
It's possible that some kind of caster is using the wolf's eyes to scout. That's
Ah.
likely. Shaman could do that.
Steve, when I checked the tracks earlier, you said that some of them were bare and they had, would they have on them talons?
The bipedal tracks, some of them are booted, and some are just like feet with long, thin toes and claws. It could be toenails. They just aren't clipped and cut. You know what I mean?
So they didn't look like they were animal.
No, definitely not. The wolves, yes.
There
but
were
no,
2 wolves with them.
yeah,
That's fine,
the
because-
bipedal creatures.
Well, Wolf
Yeah.
alone kind of spoke what I was thinking. I was wondering if maybe this is some lycanthropes or something, some werewolves. I don't, hell,
You don't think so? I mean, there's wolf tracks and these little tracks, both. So it doesn't sound like it.
Okay. All right. What say you, group? What do you suggest we do?
We got like 3 or 4 more days to kill.
Exactly.
I would
Wanna
be
go hunt
interested
down
in
these-
tracking down whoever did this.
Right. Me too.
That did that? You want to meet who did that?
Absolutely. And bring in the justice.
Let's see.
We can have that kind of stuff going on where we live. Next thing you know, we'll have protesters out here and all sorts of nonsense and drama going on. We already have a town that's occupied.
I'm not running defense for anybody, but that happened because he went into the woods. They weren't coming into the town and doing that to this guy. He came into the woods and they did this to him. Now, granted, we're kind of screwed because if we go into the town, we're going to get press ganged and go fight a war against God knows what at the edge of the world. And I'm not particularly interested in that. I think we've established.
I wonder if that's where you came from. Since you
I
don't
really hope
remember.
not. I really hope not. Anyway,
Chances not 0. Anyway,
Well,
I have no particular interest in poking around in some violent group of creatures' business. But I think we've demonstrated here that there's safety in numbers. So I guess if you're going to, I have no choice but to follow.
I'll look over at the druid. What do you think? You think we should? I think we should. I'm worried that the forest is going to be even more dangerous with these things creeping around.
Sounds to me like you've got a some kind of hostile scouting party trying to invade the town. So, if you don't want to be involved, the best thing to do is be shut of all of it and get out of the area.
What's
Well, we-
south of? Oh, go ahead.
We
Trees.
could go to Kaomar. We could just totally go.
That's north, and that's where they went.
Yeah, but how many hundreds of miles is that from here?
I don't know. We could head towards a major city, get out of the Darkenfold.
So there's really no doing that easily. You can go
Not doing anything
north.
easily.
You can go north to Kmart for sure, but you're gonna be off the road. Just to let you guys know, you all have a vague general idea of the geography. South is just wilderness, forest. East, obviously, elm, and west is Greenbrier and Innsmeet, which are not close.
Wait. So, okay. I thought we had to cross the Darkenfold to get to Greenbrier.
You do.
What's in the
west.
opposite direction of this stupid forest?
Elm. Oh, beyond
that, yeah.
So if you go beyond Elm, you got this broad open valley that's the beginning of what's called the Oss River Valley. And if you get beyond Elm and go south, I think on the Danube, following the Danube River, there's a bunch of free towns. There's like 7
What the
free
fuck are we
towns.
doing here?
Right, Bob. If you go north, it's it's Kmart, and if you continue to go east, it's the Eldwood, and the Eldwood is even older than the Darkenfold, but it's actually occupied by an Elven king and has got. It can be extraordinarily dangerous, but it can be helpful. To get south to the Oss Valley, Oss River Valley, you're going to have to skirt Elm or somehow, whatever.
So, question for you.
Yes.
So,
Fire.
Or no.
what do you want to do, Rogue? Civilization is back in Elm and beyond. Or we can turn and
Elm's
we can
no
travel the old post road up north and travel on to the other side of Darkenfold and maybe try to make it to Greenbrier. That's probably the closest.
Well, that's
Trying
like
to think.
400 miles away.
It's a long walk.
We've been here for 36 hours. We've encountered a horribly decapitated head and a violent, diminutive creature.
Hey, you were the violent one. I'm sorry.
I mean, we're going to have to cross the river if we want to leave this area. And we're going to have to either go through or north or south of Elm. Or we can turn and head west into the forest and make our way to one of the smaller settlements if you wish.
So, okay, I have a vague coalescing of loose ideas that could possibly be construed as something of a plan eventually.
Go on.
I'm gonna go back to where I was. I watched the knights, paladins, whatever. They don't like going into the woods, and I don't know if you noticed, but when we got closer to the town, the woods felt less awful. So it may behoove us to watch them for a little while and see if they come in at all. If they don't, all we got to do is kind of like hang out kind of closer to the town and not be bothered by all the other horrible stuff. Because both things hate each other and they don't want to come near each other. So if we can find that perfect zone where none of them want to fuck with each other, we just hang out there. That's my thinking.
Anyways,
All right, Peter. As Jonik is saying that, and as you indicated earlier, you're keeping watch, kind of standing, on your staff, whatnot, keeping a watch out. You see up the road, so this will be between you and the town of Elm. You see a wolf trot up onto the road, and on that wolf is this thin, almost, bluish purple creature, definitely bipedal, really, really thin. There's a saddle on the wolf, and he's got some kind of staff that he's holding, a halberd, an axe or something, poleaxe, small. Creature's only about 3 feet tall, that he's kind of anchored in the saddle itself. As the wolf walks up, neither of them are looking in y'all's direction. It stops, the wolf looks towards Elm, and the little creature looks towards Elm as well, and both begin to kind of smell the air around them. What do you do? They're probably 200, 250 feet away.
I just let everybody know that there's some kind of scout. I point in that general direction and let them know what's going on.
You all look. Chuck, you know immediately it's a goblin on a wolf.
Okay. And
It turns. It looks at you all.
I'll knock an
Ren,
arrow and shoot it.
Ren, were you doing anything?
Yes.
What? What are you doing?
As soon as she looks at it, she puts the actually, let me just check something really, really fast. Sorry, I have to look
No,
up
you're
the
good.
range on a sling.
It's going to be 30 feet, I think. 90 feet is going to be your maximum on the.
Yeah.
And I think, what kind of bow do you have, Jeremy? So you start pulling your sling out. You start getting sling out, stone out. Jeremy, you start swinging your bow around.
Not a stone.
Bullet, sling bullet.
Is it a poo?
Oh.
Is it a
What
rock?
do you pull it
It's a
Scat?
ceramic jar full of poop paste.
out? Nice, all right.
That's gross.
Yeah, the goblin's like, that's gross, man. Come on. All right, as you're pulling your bow out, Grace, you're trying to get your bottle out. It pivots and looks at you all, and you can see this half grin immediately begins to turn and head. You both can take a shot. Grace, there's no chance in hell that you want to hit the creature. Jeremy, what is it? You got a short or a long bow?
Short bow.
Short bow. So you got the same thing. I think it's 60 feet on a short bow. So you're at a -6 on your shot. Grace, throw, shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it's within range, and I'm gonna try to
Okay.
hit it.
What'd you get?
I got a 20 on the die.
You rolled a natural 20?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what sucks about that? It's not an automatic hit. So, so you got a minus. I'll add all of your stuff up.
23.
All right, -6. Is that with your -6 on there?
No.
Okay.
So
All right, you still hit it.
17.
Your arrow goes high, comes down and in. Give me some damage on that.
So its back is to me. Well, I got to be closer for that.
Yeah, and you got it. You have to have a blade to do the back step.
No, you can do it with a bow, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you have to be
within 30
hidden.
feet of them.
You have to be hidden.
5.
Okay, you hit that. You hit the goblin. He kind of lurches in the saddle, drops his poleaxe or whatever that was, even as the wolf is turning, and then that wolf takes off. And you can see the goblin. He might be dead. He's definitely horribly wounded. But the wolf starts barreling north, heading off the road, and into the timberland, as fast as a wolf can move. You think you see the goblin fall off, but you're not 100% certain as he vanishes into the tree line, running away. I mean, he goes north.
Well, we're in
Let's go
for
get
it.
that fucking thing.
Sprinting after it.
Yeah.
Oh, you start running after it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You're gonna go catch a wolf. There you go.
John,
I'm at
you-
least gonna secure the goblin.
all right, you start tearing off after it as well. Chuck, what are you doing?
I'm going to go with them, but I'm not going to chase the wolf. I want to go up to where the goblin is and see if I can ascertain if there's been any more of them around here, that kind of thing. And I'm going
Okay.
to look around and see, because I feel like I will say this out loud. I'll say, we must be wary. There's probably more about, and now perhaps they will be warned.
Ren, what's your movement as a
35.
monk? Okay, so you're moving pretty quick, but not nearly as fast as that wolf. You do see where the goblin has fallen in the brush or in the forest grass there, but the wolf there's just no. You can keep chasing it if you want, but I mean it's set. You're going to move when you get after one round. You can be moving 120 feet, a little bit more than that around, but that wolf's going to be moving about 300 feet around. So it's just flying.
Was I able to get a shot off on the sling?
No, and even if you did, you're gonna have a major minus. I mean, you could do that sling, but not hit the creature. It was too far away in the beginning, and it's moving too fast now. That wolf is not staying to fight.
All right. Then I'll stop at the goblin and wait for everybody.
It doesn't take but a round or two. Everybody kind of gathers around this. He's dead. Clearly, the arrow went into his side, into his lungs there. Probably broke a rib or two. His arms kind of twisted around it. Mostly naked. He's got a loincloth on and a pouch on there, and he's got a small stone dagger hanging next to it. Chuck doesn't take you but a second to realize that he's bare feet, same feet that were near the stake where the head was driven.
Okay. And I'll point that out to the group. And now we know that there's more of them for sure.
For sure. At least 5.
What direction did the wolf look like it came from? Did it come down the
It
road
came
or
from the
from?
same- no, it came from the north and it ran back to the north.
And how close? I mean, like, is that farther up the road than into the trees, or right about here into the trees?
Well, they were about 250 feet from you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's moving at a rapid pace without slowing down. So wherever it's going, it's going to be a little bit while before it gets there.
No, that's
I
fine.
wasn't like running this slow. Yeah.
But did he cut into the trees, or did he continue down the road?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's in the trees. He goes north. The road goes east-west. Trees to the north, east trees to the south. He goes to the north
All right.
from the direction from which it came.
All right. Okay. All right then. All right. Anything distinctive about the goblin besides what you listed off, what it was wearing and that kind of stuff? Anything else odd about it?
You know, he's pretty thin, a little bit emaciated, but goblins really are sexless creatures, and they don't eat a lot. It's got bloodstains on its arms. It's clearly eaten something recently. There's blood on the, kind of dried to its side of its face.
Okay. All right. And I'll
If I
kind of
try to lift it, how heavy is it?
80 pounds, give or take.
He's not
Probably
much.
not. Probably about 70, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose we could probably strip him for anything that's value if we need it, and whatever you guys want to do. Whenever it's a goblin.
He's got a pouch and a stone dagger and a loincloth.
Well, we'll go through the pouch, I guess, right, guys? See what we've got.
There's a copper piece in there and 4 teeth, and the teeth have a little bit of root and flesh attached to them.
Hold on, root and flesh. So this is recent.
Yeah.
Look over to the head.
You didn't look in the mouth, but there's a good chance its teeth have been pulled out.
Oh, you think this belongs to the severed head?
Yeah,
Do we have that with us? I don't know if we do or not.
it's
The
about,
head's on
about 130 feet that way.
Yeah. it's on a stake. All right, so we got to wrap this up. So your options are, I just need to kind of know. We're going to pick this up next Thursday. Are you guys going to go into the Darkenfold? Are you going to try to get back into Elm and sneak around it? What's the idea here?
I vote track the goblins.
So go north.
My brain is racking for ways to pin this on the paladins so that the goblins will go fuck with them. I think the only way I can think to do that is to physically drag that goblin to the bridge. That would take a while.
No, I'm in
I'd be on
agreement with
board
the
with
monk.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be on board. I don't know if the goblins would care.
But
They're
true,
not
but,
going
like,
to.
if
They're
they-
not going to attack a town that's
yeah,
drenched.
but if they think it's them, they'll just leave. They'll be like, oh, fuck it.
Oh, like if they think that the paladins did it.
Wolf, as far as I know, wolves can't talk to goblins, so they're not. He's not going to be able to convey much other than someone died.
It
Yeah.
depends.
Yes, that does
It
depend.
depends on how they're. It depends on the capability of any kind of spellcaster. They might be able to see
Right.
through their eyes.
And I'll lean in and remind you of that wolf you saw earlier and how strange it was acting. I do not trust it. I say we track. We find them.
Maybe we can look for ways because I still like that idea. Maybe we can like get up there and get more information on what's going on.
My
and
goal
then-
out of game is to ensure the most absurd and funny stuff happens.
Right.
So if I can get a war between paladins and goblins to happen that I am not involved in, I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that.
We would.
I'm
we would.
extremely on board.
I believe that with what Ren is saying, that we would probably be more successful trying to slay the goblins than the paladins. We should
I'm
definitely
going
go
to fight
try-
anybody.
No, like fooling the goblins and the paladins.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
your ruse that you're just suggesting. I think it would
Yeah,
probably go
correct.
over.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to convince the paladins of anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in
Although
that
they
case,
are as a general sort of thing, they are extremely dumb.
so thus we wish to track the goblins. Yes.
All right, so we will pick up next week with you guys moving north into the forest, pursuing the goblin wolf. Is that what I'm led to believe?
No, that is not what I said at all.
Well, that's what those two said.
Wait, yeah.
I am bodily
what
dragging
I
the
heard.
fucking goblin to the bridge. Is what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. So we'll pick up with Johnny.
Pick up with the resolution, whatever the
Wait,
fuck. we're
hold
doing.
on. Which bridge?
The one by the town.
Okay. I thought you didn't want to. You didn't give a shit about the paladin, so I'm not sure what you're going to do with the
I
goblin.
don't. But if the goblins have a wolf come in and they're like, "Oh my god, somebody died," and they go and they follow this bloody
I
trail,
think they're going to know that friend
Oh,
of theirs is
shit.
dead already because the wolf has ran off, my friend. And he's probably halfway back to his
You're
pack
not listening.
and his
You're not
masters.
listening. You're not listening. Whatever. We'll figure it out later.
All right, so we will pick up next week. The debate continues. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to warn you, I'm going to curtail the debate a little bit so we don't spend 20 minutes of game time figuring out, but I'm not going to do much because you guys are doing some great role playing. So we'll pick up next week, two of you wanting to go north pursuing these goblins to right the wrongs of the Darkenfold, and Jeremy trying to bring the paladins down upon the goblins by bringing them the dead goblin, I believe, and the druid playing the neutral party. not deciding one way or the other.
Really, all I want to do is have the goblins follow that gory trail, see that it's at the town, and be like, "Oh, this is not worth doing," and then leave. That's all I want.
There you go. All right.
Fair enough.
It sounds
All right.
it sounds like a working plan.
All right, so if that's the case, we're going to do our giveaways you've got going on for the giveaways tonight. Give those out, and then I'll set us a parade into Lord Gasumba, Jay Scott, who's bringing the game over to his channel, and then we'll go eat. How's that sound, guys?
Sounds great.
Pretty good.
Hungry.
All right, I'm going to stop the giveaways. If you've not gotten in now over here on twitch.tv/TrollLordGames, just do a follow, and the next Facebook raffle will get you in the drawing while I find my way through the mire of browsers I am.
How long have we been doing this?
3
I've
hours.
been doing it for
Just
like
looked at the
50
clock.
years or something. Oh, yeah, the game, right.
I thought you said you would never, ever, ever run a 3-hour game.
My max online is 3, but I got to tell you,
He's having
and
fun.
I'm not
He's having
blowing
fun.
smoke. I'm having fun. You guys are fucking doing great. I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'm having a good time.
You're running a good game. It's fun.
Yeah.
Great, man.
I mean,
Surprisingly, it's very easy for me to play an unlikable slob.
And guys,
I'm not you, Jeremy.
everyone who bought boons and reroll potions, I have them recorded, so they'll follow over to the next game, and hopefully we'll get a chance to wreck Steven pretty good. All right, I'm going to close these entries out.
This was fun, actually. This was a lot of fun. Usually I'm miserable by the end of these, but this was fun.
All right, so the first two I'm going to draw are for $15 codes off the store. A link will pop up in the chat for our Discord. You just hop over the Discord if you're not already a member. And Obsidian Risk will give you your $15 code. You can DM him, PM him, talk shit to him in public, however, and we'll get you to you. All right, so the first winner is going to be... Cheers to you, Starlaw. Looks like it's Hacko. Congrats, Hacko. $15.
Wow.
Awesome. Good job.
Huzzah.
Way to go, brother. Next
Huge
up
pull.
is going to be... Oh, Rogroth is in. Good deal. I always imagine him as being a
Classic
Viking dwarf. I'm not 100% sure. But congrats on that. Now for our last pull, this will be for a $25 on the store, and it's going to go to... That's Sadness. Congratulations,
Oh
Dad.
my gosh.
Nice. I'm glad
Not
you won.
sad now.
Awesome. Well, all three of you have won before. You know the drill, so just hit them up. Steve, you got anything else you want to drop off, or you other guys, while I get this raid finished?
No. We'll pick it up next Thursday. Thanks everybody for joining us in the stream.
Yeah.
What have we been playing, Steven?
Castles and Crusades.
And how do we get plug the product? What are we using to play this game?
Yeah.
We are that I don't know, but we are doing a
Player's
special.
handbook.
Yeah, we are doing a special right now. I think it's good through tomorrow. If you get the Player's Handbook, M&T, CKG, or the three of them, you get a free Codex of Erd in your package.
Which is where we're playing right now.
Which is where we are, the world of Erd.
It could be yours.
It could be yours.
It could be yours. That book is amazing too. It's one of my favorites. I've learned so much on it. All right, we're gonna get this raid going here, and we'll get out of here. Hey, thanks everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. I'll be back on live in the morning for my stream for a little bit, and then we will circle back around to probably Monday, and we'll see you guys next week. All right. So thank you so much for all your time. If you've never followed Lord Gasumba on Twitch, go check him out. He's a great guy. We like working with him. His game's been going on for 45 years consistently. So check that out. It's pretty cool. All right, that's all we got. Thanks, everybody. And don't forget, Trolls Eye. Ow! We'll see you guys later.